chase you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows. With all the champions they like to send up, we'll keep our end up, and they will know that they've been playing against the famous old dark blues. We are the pride of Brisbane town. We wear the roll, blue and gold. We will always fight for victory, like 𝐓𝐴𝐿 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐿. All for one and one for all. We will answer to the call. Go Lions, Brisbane Lions, we'll kick the winning score. You'll hear a mighty roar. We are the pride of Brisbane town. We wear the roll, blue and gold. We will always fight for victory, like 𝐓𝐴𝐿 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐿. All for one and one for all. We will answer to the call. Go Lions, Brisbane Lions, we'll kick the winning score. You'll hear a mighty roar. You'll hear a mighty roar.
Right, good everyone, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. Hopefully everybody's going well. We're back for night 2 of the streams for 2024. It was a great game last night between the Swannies and the D's. Swannies getting up, you'll love to see it, but we've got a prelim final replay now this time. Carlton and the Brisbane Lions. I'm keen to see how this one will play out tonight. I do want to give Carlton a chance to win this game, but you feel like with the Blues outs and Brisbane at full strength and coming into this season looking pretty red hot from the preseason, you'd think they could win well tonight. But I'm all up for anything really tonight, so we'll see, I guess. But I'm expecting Brisbane to probably win comfortable here. But I am interested to see if the Blues will turn up, and should be a good hit up tonight. Let's hope. But hopefully everybody's going well. Friday night footy, nothing better than that, must be said. Again, still feels weird that the season it's crept upon us so quickly. But I think probably the majority of people would probably say that opening round shouldn't be a thing in the future, which, is definitely fair enough. I mean, I don't mind it personally, but, of course, very, very different. So hopefully everybody's going well. In the chat, of course, James L. Hopefully you lot are going well. Lockie, mate. Dropper, Khan, the Swans. Right, Vince, good to see you back from yesterday as well, my friend. Hey, we're close to 16,000 subs as well, so feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That's always heavily appreciated. So just tick under 10 minutes until the first bounce. So we'll just quickly bring up the lineups and we'll quickly go through them. So I think the one we've all got to look at is back in the lineup for the Blues, 𝐼𝐴𝐵𝐿 Williams. I mean, I think his last game was 2022. Unfortunately, did that ACL, and he's finally making his return. So it's a great thing to see. I mean, he's been through a lot. One of his siblings died, I'm pretty sure, last year too. So he's been through a lot. So I'm really keen to see how he goes tonight. We'll certainly give a lot of drive off halfback for the Blues. So I think that's definitely one to watch that will come in. And then when looking at Brisbane, pretty much similar to that grand final side. I think the only in is pretty much Jack Payne. He was the out, of course, in the grand final last year, so he comes into the side. And then, yeah, really, it's just the grand final team from last year. You just look 𝗏𝗏, Andrews, 𝐓𝐴𝐶 Coleman, Joshy Dunkley, Neil. Just a full-strength Brisbane side. So, yeah, I think the onus is on the Blues to try and break down this line side. For sure, it will be definitely a revenge battle. After the Lions getting up by 16 points last time these two sides met in the prelim final. But, if Carlton can really bring the intensity around the footy, they're, I think, one of the best sides in the competition for points from clearance last year. So very, very good side in the stoppage. If they can bring that heat and, if Curnow can really be the influence and Mackay can bring a shooting boots. They don't have 𝐓𝐴𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐿𝐿 though, but the Smalls will have to get to work too. 𝘼𝐻𝐼𝐴𝐵𝗹, of course, playing his first game in Carlton colours tonight as well. Always as well. Need those players firing tonight if they do want to get up. But yeah, Brisbane haven't lost. They didn't lose at the Gabba, let's remember, all last year. So, I mean, they are deservedly the favourites heading into this game, for sure. Yeah, James, he was brilliant last night, Brodie Grundy. He started off the game a little bit slow. He gave away a few of those frees. But yeah, I mean, his ruck work and body work was sensational against Grundy. So yeah, he's going to be, I think, a treat to watch this year if he can pull out 15, 16 of those performances. Well, he could be maybe a chance to get an All-Australian Guernsey. Who knows? And yeah, for sure, mate, it's going to be a cracking game next week against the Pies too. Will be interesting to see how the Giants and the Pies game will go tomorrow night. I want to try and see if I can spot out a footy on TV, says 𝐼𝐿𝐿. Yeah, I don't know whereabouts he's sitting. Yeah, we'll try and see where he is. I've actually seen he's been spotted on the telly before, so it's a good chance if that occurs again tonight. Who knows? G'day, Brenda. Welcome to the stream, mate. How you going? Thoughts on Webster, says Drogba. It's definitely probably justified. Suspension being 7 weeks. It was definitely going to be over 6 weeks for sure. 7 was fair enough. It could have been 8. People are saying more. For me, I think it was probably maybe worse than Tom Stewart. So over 6 weeks, definitely fair enough. Go 615, welcome back, mate. Fell asleep during the third quarter. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate, given you are overseas. But you missed out, man, on a good finish. The Swannies had a fantastic fourth quarter and kicked the last few of the goals of the game and won well in the end. But yeah, no, it was a good win in the end. Very, very good. So, yep, just under 5 minutes until the first bounce. When looking throughout the Blues, obviously going over Zach Williams and 𝐼𝐴𝐵𝗹, fantastic, some new faces from the last time they played in that prelim final. Tom De Koning. There is no Mark Pitnet as well, so yeah, I think that probably suits the Blues a bit better, not having Mark Pitnet in there, because it just allows De Koning that extra bit of freedom to really do his thing. Very athletic player. I think he's one to really improve this year for Carlton. And yeah, no Jake Wadering, so Lewis Young and Brodie Kemp. Definitely going to be the two key position players that are going to have to play good tonight. And Mitch McGovern as well, going to have to be good on the intercept as he usually is. But yeah, really keen to see how Zach Williams does go. Obviously, been quite a while since he's played his football. Blake Acres, sensational year last year. Him look along the wing alongside Hollands. David Cunningham as well, half forward. Matty Cottrell as well, going to be floating through the wings, of course. Fogarty, small forward. Fantasia in there too. Hey, Fantasia can keep fit. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get back to a bit of his form from all those years ago. Because he was not bad of a small forward back for the Dons. And then Adam Chera, Doherty, usual midfielders. Love the way Tom Nakoni plays in the ruck, not gonna lie, says James. Yeah, no, he is a treat to watch, especially when he flies up for those marks in the air. Had work in the morning and I passed out. Oh no, that's so fine, 615, mate, you know. The work in your life always comes top priority, mate. And then obviously second in the roles, Macca streams. No, I'm joking. But no, that's totally fine, mate. I mean, it's tricky to stay tuned with these AFL games, especially if you're overseas. Especially if you live in America too. It's basically like, you know, the polar opposite, or vice versa over here. Like, it's hard to keep up to date with NFL games, for example, because some of them are like 3 a.m. on a Monday morning, or like the main time ones on Sunday over there are like 3 a.m. Monday over here. G'day TCO, hopefully going well. Well, hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. You on any SCG games? Yeah, possibly, maybe later in the year. We'll see, mate. Now, this was very sad news. I did hear about this throughout the off season. One of the club administrators for the Brisbane Lions unfortunately passed away. One of those ladies that was always on the bench. So very, very sad stuff. I've had a lot of unfortunate deaths throughout this off-season associated with the AFL scene, so yeah, definitely rest in peace for sure. But here we go. Brisbane and the Carlton Football Club. Oh, obviously turn up the volume, lads, so I can at least hear a wee bit. Obviously, question Australian, bottom right of your screens. How will Carlton go with no Wiedering? I could have put no Walsh in there as well, but I think Wiedering's, structure-wise, one of their most important players. So, as just said before, Brody Kemp, Lewis Young going to have to be good tonight. But yeah, I think for Carlton, it's definitely got to be one of those plays in the forward half that really has to light it up. Harry Mackay's got to bring his shooting boots tonight. I think 𝐼𝐴, you know, you let him roam free, you let him make the influence. I think he's always a guy to kick 3 or 4 goals. So I think Mackay's got to show his worth tonight. And then, yeah, for Brisbane, probably, yeah, just that collective effort in the midfield to get on top of that strong-looking Blues core of midfield players. And we all know how they move the footy at the Gabba too. Very, very good when they get on top. Should be a good hit-out tonight. I'm hoping it's close, given as a neutral supporter. But we'll see. I know who wins the toss of the coin. That's the most important thing. Of course. Okay, Brisbane win it. So, Lions will kick to their cheer squad end, right-hand side of your TV screens. Hoping it's a good hit out tonight. It's been pretty warm today here in Canberra, pretty muggy. It's on the waters tonight again. Our 8 players getting the positions now. Oh, it's probably a bit too far to think about it now, El, to be fair, about who we should target. I think we've just got to run out this season and see how we go, to be honest. Alright, well, let's get this game underway, shall we? The Blues and the Brisbane Lions. Prelim Final rematch. Last time these two sides met in that Prelim Final, Brisbane got it done by 16 points, but the Blues kicked the first 5 goals of the game. But I think when Carlton kicked those first 5 goals, I'll be honest, I think we just all knew Brisbane would come back. But here we go. Second game of the season. Second game of opening round. Brisbane and Carlton were underway. Who can get the first clearance of tonight? Josh Dunkley with the new shaven head, of course. Gives to 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴. Nice short kick. Finds Dane 𝐼𝐴. Some nice hand passes here for Brisbane as they get the first inside 50. Sard, well done one-on-one there with Charlie Cameron. Darcy Gardner now changed forward this year, playing a new role. He fumbles, and now 𝐷ocherty. That's a poor kick straight to Josh Dunkley. Very underrated player to Brisbane setup as he now goes inside 50. Good spore there with the double fister from Lewis Young. Loves the spore, that man. 𝐷ocherty always clean. How about those quick hands to 𝐬𝐷oD Coleman? He's going to have a big year for sure. Anyway, we'll come back. A late hit in the back there, going 𝐷ocherty's way. And he'll just set it up towards the pocket. Where are the flies? Where's 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴? Almost. Charlie Cameron dangerous in this area. Quick hands there from the big O. Only as far as Kemp. And that stayed in. No, now he's carried it over. Yeah, I think another defender's definitely on the needs to be fair, El. I mean, obviously targeting Hapling was very good in the off-season. 𝐷ocherty now taking in the strong run of tackle. Just so strong in and under Cam Rayner. I mean, he's got absolute tree trunks for legs too, it must be said. Terrific core strength, hard player to tackle. 𝐷ocherty now. Now Zach Williams, his first touch for quite a while. Just a high kick. Bounce does not favour Cunningham at all. Now Neal. Beautiful 1-2 with Charlie Cameron. Lachie Neale twists and turns. Hands to Joe Daniher. Snap round the corner. Good spore there again. I think that was Mitch McGovern. And it will be another inside 50 stoppage here Brisbane's way. 𝐷ocherty, another hit out. Not on from 𝐻𝐴 now. Nicky Newman, how about his second half of the season last year? The former Swan, Kitty Coleman. Good mark there. Always going to have a good year. I think he'll just be given the keys to patrol that half-back line for Brisbane. Lovely kick of the football too in his final series. Something sensational last year, it must be said. Always one of my favourite non-Swans players to watch. Sure kicks a beauty. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴 into the pocket. He's in scoring range here. It's going to take a mighty kick right on the boundary. He was probably one of the best players on ground last week in Brisbane's hitouts against the Swans. Racked up the football. Underrated player 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴. Oh, don't tell me. That kick looks beautiful. How about that for the first goal of the night? 𝐷ocherty. Sensational kick from the boundary. Brisbane the first. You want to see this year's AFL Grand Final? Oh, obviously the Swannies, El, my friend. But if it's never the Sydney, I mean, I think I did. Well, actually, I made the bold call in my bold calls video. I think it'll be a non-Victorian Grand Final for the first time, just given I think there's so many non-Victorian clubs on the rise this year. So maybe Brisbane, maybe GWS. Good I know, hopefully going well, my friend. And it certainly was a lovely goal. That's pretty good, 𝐷ocherty. Because Brisbane have like the goal songs, and 𝐷ocherty has 𝐻𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝 by the Beatles. That's a great kick. Cam Rayner, beautiful stuff. And 𝐷ocherty gets the clearance. A wacky kick towards the wing. It could favour Cameron here. A bit of a foot race between him and Sard. Looks like Sard's got the job on Charlie Cameron tonight. And we're going to throw in centre wing. Good pressure there from 𝐷ocherty. Coughs it up. Akers, good smother there from 𝐸𝐴. I'd say 𝐸𝐴's 34, 35 years of age. Still plays a critical role in that half-forward line for the Brizzy Lions. So Brisbane getting a bit of early dominance here, really around the football. Getting their share of clearances. Carlton yet to get an inside 50. And a good tackle there from Lyons, who shared plenty of time with the sub-vest last year, but is starting tonight. Another good tackle there, but Akers able to break free, hands it out to Cripps. Now Hewitt, Williams, kick hack forward, out to an outnumbered contest in favour of Carlton. Now Fogarty hands it out now to Nick Newman, doesn't know where to go, backtracks, bang, what a bump from Charlie Cameron, forces the turnover, and now Zach Bailey, classy player, inside 50, just couldn't hit the lead of 𝐼𝐻𝐪, beautiful intercept from Lewis Young, and he wants to go quick out wide to Cripps, he played for that and he wins the high. A lack of discipline there for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐻, and now Hewitt wants to go, they want to go quick here, the Blues, short kick's a nice one, he finds Fantasia, lowers the eyes, inside 50 to Mackay, good use, Harry Mackay. And now can he convert? It's been the issue for quite some time, Harry Mackay. We saw a bit in the pre-season too. A little bit inaccurate, so he's got to bring his shoot boots tonight. But good play there. Quick ball movement. It was a high from Cripps, and Hewitt wanted to go quick. And Fantasia, lovely kick inside 50. Cut the angles. Mackay ran into the space. And probably deserves a goal, to be honest. So Harry Mackay, can he tie it up here for the Blues? Confidence has just been an issue. But there we go, right down the pipe. That's what I like to see for his confidence. A goal apiece. Cheers for subscribing now for mate, much appreciated. One goal each. Harry Mackay converts. New year, new Mackay. Well, that's good. First shot and goal. Officially this season, he converts with a goal. That's exactly what he wants in his stat sheet for sure.
Just what he wanted, just to put it straight through there. Great reaction from him too. Does a lot for the side in the kick forward to his goal.
Harry Mackay, kick and drop, punt goal, insane. Yeah, geez, it's a bit of a rare thing, a rare sight to see. Nah, but jokes aside, it definitely does help his confidence. A nice tap there from De Koning, favours Hewitt. Just a high kick towards the wing, but not a good kick. 𝐼𝐻𝐪 on the wing does well and takes the intercept. Yeah, geez, I just saw that 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 has gone to the rooms. That's no good to see, the Brownlow medalist. Hewitt now, nice short kick. Owies on the centre wing. We'll just go short. And Zach Williams, another touch. You know what? That's not a bad kick. He's got to be quick here. Chera. Oh, great tackle there from Gardner. He just got the hand pass out. Now Boyd. That's an incorrect disposal. 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴, beautiful. Now here they go off the turnover. Brisbane lines. Hands it out to space now for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Out across to, I think that's 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Chipping kick over the top. Kitty Coleman. And he goes over the top. That's just way too easy. Out the back. Rayner. Bang. Goal. Absolutely too easy for the Brisbane Lions. Well, there you go. Just such a deadly side off the turnover, Brisbane. Those goals out the back. And he converts Cam Rayner. Geez. I mean, we always say it, but I think he could be in for a good season. And it's all smiles for now, okay. Geez, he caught a lot of people off guard there. He looked like he was heading down to the sheds. But he's back all good. He's back out there now for the next centre bounce. Hey, Vinny, it's been a while, mate. Hopefully going well. Welcome. Best of luck to your Blues tonight, mate. Hoping they get up for you. But it looked like they were out there. But how about that from Darcy Gardner? That's his goal. Terrific tackle. And then 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴 with a repeated effort. Boyd turned it over. Out the back. Numbers are streaming forward. And Kitty Coleman. Great stuff there. Finds Cam Rayner. And Sweet Caroline. Geez, the goal songs are out tonight for Brisbane. Off we go again in the middle. Clever there from the Big O. Toe pokes it forward. Fumble there from McCarthy. Now Chera gets the clearance forward. Who's up here at half forward? Nice pick up there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Fumble. Good pressure there from the Blues now. Hack kick forward from Fogarty. Just couldn't get that half bounce. Half volley, sorry. Mackay and now 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Whacks it on his left shoe. They've got numbers here. Brisbane. Nice mark there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Took 2 bites of the cherry. Oh, looks like, yep. That's a bit of a shame. I think 𝐼𝐶 has popped out a finger. Lewis Young now doesn't have much time. Great pressure there from Josh Dunkley. Under a bit of duress here, the Blues. Zach Williams, composed kick. Nice. Bit of a hot start at the moment. Both sides moving the footy quite fast. Certainly the polar opposite of last night. I mean, at this time last night in the game, there was probably about 30,000 stoppages, but it's a bit more free-flowing. Kennedy now on a half forward. Macca now to Koenig. Whacks on the left shoe inside 50 towards the pocket. 𝐼𝐵 did well to protect the drop zone. And now 𝐼𝐻𝐸 keeps it in. No, he doesn't. Rounding throw in here for the Blues. Keen to see if 𝐼𝐵 can have a, I think he will be, certainly a great chance to go back to back to back for Coleman's this year. +4 contested possessions the Blues' way so far in this game. Definitely one of their strengths. Really a great hand pass there. 𝐷𝐞𝐿. Yeah, another boundary throw in here. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, fellas, if you haven't already. Anyone new to the stream? Very close to 16k. And of course, nothing better than the old Friday night footy, of course. Macca doing his time in the ruck. He gets front position, takes it out of the ruck, dispossessed. Leston out, and that kick will do. He finds McCarthy on the lead. Very underrated play of Brisbane's forward half, of course. McCarthy goes towards a 2-on-2. Good spoil there from Lewis Young. 𝐸𝐴, quick hands. 𝐼𝐻𝐸. He's found plenty of the footy early on the wing. Lester now. Oh, nice little sell of the candy there. And he goes towards the pocket. That will work. Nice mark there from Darcy Gardner. Interesting new role this year for Darcy Gardner playing forward. He's looked alright so far. Sam 𝐷𝐞𝐿 in the hands of trainers at the moment. Looks like he's in a bit of discomfort on his right knee or thigh. I think he's getting a bit of a rub down from the physio. G'day, Zach. Hopefully going well. Welcome to the stream. Now, this was where McCluggage kicked his goal. Can Gardner do the same? Nope, he's going to set it up. Who the flies here? Drop mark there from Akers. Dispossessed there was Boyd. Toe poke. That's a goal. Pretty sure that's a goal. Dane 𝐸𝐴. It's going to be reviewed. Now, from that angle, it looked like no one touched it. I believe it's a goal. Let's have a look. 𝐸𝐴 there. Johnny on the spot. Soft call is a goal. Yeah, I think that's a goal. Yeah. That angle doesn't really... It's hard to see from that angle. They just haven't got that right angle. Okay, it's not touched there from 𝐓𝐿𝐿. It's about Sard if he gets the touch. Yeah, there we go. Right, well, Brisbane get their third. Gotten out now to a 2-goal lead here. No, Super Ollie. Hopefully going well, mate. Do you remember me? Not too sure, mate. I mean, if you were on the streams last year, possibly. A few of you come in and come out, so, you know, hopefully going well, mate. Well, there we go. Dane 𝐸𝐴. Hey, he's had a good start to this game. Heavily involved early on. Go, Nick. Hopefully going well, mate. Tip Brisbane by 27. Yeah, fair margin, mate. Although, you know, I'm definitely expecting the Blues to turn up and cause a contest. But maybe Lions class just sees him get over and they've looked good so far. So yeah, it was a bit of a contest between 𝐷𝐞𝐿 and 𝐼𝐻𝐸, and now he's off to the rooms. That's not a good sight to see for Blues fans. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, I was here last year during the finals live streams. Oh yeah, fair enough, mate. But no, hopefully good to see you back, my friend. Macca now out of the ruck. He grabs it again, and 𝐓𝐿𝐿 gets the clearance. The former Swan inside 50 here. Nice mark there from, they call him 𝐵𝐵. Darcy Wilmot, he loves to take the game on. Short kick finds Danaher. This is good ball movement from Brisbane early on. And all out the back alone. Dane 𝐸𝐴 again. Well, you've got to give the 34-year-old a bit of respect. Can't leave him alone on an island in the forward pocket. Oh, good day, AK Films. Hopefully going well, mate. Good to see you pop into the live stream once again, mate. Yeah, that was a very entertaining stream last night, of course. Seeing the Swannies get up and 𝐓𝐴 goes kick right down the pipe. Brisbane, fast start. 18-point margin. What do you reckon of the match last night? Up the Bloods? Yeah, no, great match it was. Super, mate. Game was in the balance, and I think, yeah, the Swans after half-time, very, very good around the footy and beat Melbourne in their own strengths, really. So, yeah, it was great to see. Carlton has no defence against Brisbane. Yeah, well, with no Wiedering, this was definitely going to be, I think, the concern heading into this game for the Blues. And, I mean, Brisbane have just been able to kick really easy goals out the back off the turnover. I mean, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐷, that was his goal. Intercepts, breaks free, and look how they just run away. Like, look at Boyd. You know, he doesn't know who to go on to. He wants to go to Gardner, but then he just leaves off his man out the back. Easy stuff. Well, the Blues just need the next goal. I think they've had quite limited entries early on. I mean, Paddy Cripps gets a free here for a hold. Need to get it in more, the Blues. And he just whams it in there. Can they find a mark? Could trickle out the back. And it's going to be Fred Harris-Andrews for a hold. Now Harris-Andrews, short kick out towards half-back, finds 𝐓𝐿𝐷. Corridor kicks a beauty. Zach Bailey. And I want to probably maybe switch it out here, Brisbane. Back to Harris-Andrews. Transition was too quick, says Purple. Yeah, certainly their last goal just way too easy. Yeah, Carlton obviously wanting to try and cover the corridor a bit. 𝐓𝐿𝐷 just keeps it in. Down the line, here goes McCarthy. Nah, not a good kick. Good intercept there. One of the best interceptors in, of course, Carlton's back half, 𝐬𝐷 𝐸𝐿𝐷. Finally enjoyed, really, an injury-free year for the most part last year. He had a great season. Good kick and good mark from 𝐸𝐿𝐷. Really elevated his game last year too. It's a deep entry here. Oh, good mark again from Starcevic. Him and Josh Dunkley look the exact same. They both have the same haircut. They literally look the same. They're going to be hard to differentiate when looking at them from a distance. Danaher now working high up the ground. He gives the handball across to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐷, and a nice short kick finds lines. And across now to Gardner. Whacks one forward towards the edge of 50. Good contest here between McCarthy. Beautiful tap. Now Archie with a crumb. The snap kick from the pocket. That's just classy. Absolutely classy football from Brisbane. And that's Lincoln McCarthy's goal. The tap was sensational. And Archie's game has been sensational so far. He's been all over it across the wing for the Brizzy Lions. He's been racking up possessions, been working high up the ground, and he's kicked a lovely goal. Wow, hot start here for Brisbane. It's a 4-goal margin now. 9 goals, 13 to play till quarter time. Brisbane too quick on the counter-attack, too hard to defences, Purple. Yeah, well, they're a terrific side off the turnover, Brisbane, especially at home. They just move they just move the footy so well at home. Ooh, almost home the ball, but how about that from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐷? Just gets the hand pass just out in time. Oh, 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐷 𝐸𝐿𝐷, that was exquisite, but Gardner drops the mark. Cameron now, been quiet early on. Trying to break free. 𝐸𝐿𝐷, good body work. Edges a kick forward. Trying to play for the high there, Hewitt, nothing given. Looks like a high-scoring game, says AK. Yeah, certainly is. Quite the opposite from last night. I mean, it looks far less dewy up there. And I mean, it must be said, Brisbane always playing great footy, and of course, not only at home, but even in hot and humid conditions too. Sherman is warm and muggy up there in Brisbane. Big kick from the big O towards the edge of the square. Good crumbing there. Now a chance for McCarthy. Kick across the goal. Good spoil there. I think that was from Boyd. And the first rush behind in the first point of the game. Shame you can't show the game, says Super Riley. Yeah, it is obviously a shame. Love to show it, but you know, copyright as it does play its part, unfortunately. Well, time at forward half, it's only 58%, so it's not like a total dominance 70-30 sort of dominance, but I mean, Carlton have had a few of their inside 50 entries. Just need to make more of their chances, but it's really Brisbane's cleanliness and their counter-attack abilities where they've been able to get the Blues early on here. Now Lewis Young out of the 50 for Carlton. Just need to gain some possession here. The Blues, 𝐚𝐿 wanted to keep that one in. It goes out of bounds for a boundary throw. Lions have the best score of the first half with 30. Both Melbourne and Sydney are both under 30 points half time. You know, that's now it set the record now. It's actually 31, not 30. Anyway, Acres now. Sensational year last year. He whacks one on the shoe forward. Who's up here? Good mark there, Harris Andrews. Just way too strong for Harry Mackay. Inboard to Jared Berry. I miss the curly hair, Jared Berry. Those were the days. And he whacks one now inside 50. All triggers out the back here for Gardner. Clever hands over the top to Charlie Cameron. Oh, get the motorbike out, son. What a hot start here for Brisbane. Just all those bodies overcommitting. And it trickles out the back. Gardner reads it best. Out the back to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Oh, and here we go. Country roads. Well, how about this start, eh? Yeah, it's always tough playing Brisbane in the first round. Not for us, though, you know, with the young kids, Goulden, Braden Campbell, Logan McDonald, their first game, we go out and cause the upset. Okay, I'm joking. Just a bit of shit stirring for myself. But now, this is some sort of start for Brisbane. Again, just off the turnover, off the intercept. That's another goal off an intercept. Harris Andrews just bodies out Mackay with ease. And yeah, just poor reading of the ball drop there from all those defenders. Coming out the back too easy. Fremantle mid-table Mandem, says TCR. Well, that's why I've had them this year, if you're talking about ladder predictions. But there's always got to be those teams that rise. I think Freo do improve this year. They've got to build that fortress again at home this year. And for sure, they've just got to remove that identity crisis. And now they play more consistency, especially in how they move the footy. Because it was very bland and boring last year. Neil dispossessed. But they've got a great core of young players. Must be said for the Dockers. Clearance now. Cottrell, good contest there. Hipwood, yep, it's a trip. That's going to go Hipwood's way. That's a bit unlucky there from Cottrell. Thought he went in head first in the contest. Just came out second best in the end. Hipwood with the free. Country Road is from the video game Fallout 6. Fallout 76. That game rings a bell. What sort of game is it again? It does ring a bell. Again, now Eric Hipwood. Can he kick his first of the season? Directly in front, but quite from a distance. On the edge of 50. Kicks on its way. Sensational kick. Right down the pipe. Wow, it's 7 goals, 1 to 1 goal straight in this first term. And Purple Coffee, I think you've said it well, mate. I think this one is game over. This is some sort of a start. And I think, let's be honest, a lot of us saw this coming. I mean, just in those pre-season games, Brisbane, full strength side, looking red hot. And how about this? Well, if you've been a neutral supporter so far of opening round, you probably haven't really enjoyed the quality of these games too much. Yeah. Blowout potentially on the cards. Already +9 inside 50s going Brisbane's way. And you feel like the Blues are just starting to enter into their shells. Just way too predictable, their ball movement. Brisbane are playing with dare. They've been proactive off the intercept. And they get another centre clearance here. Zach Bailey. Clean hands. How about that? McCarthy, low kick. Trickles through for a point. 7 goals, 244. Plays 1 goal, 6. Blues just simply need the next. And they just need to try and retain possession a bit. Try and lock it in their forward half. The Lions win 1-39 and under 170 doesn't look good. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, mate. Hey, but, you know, sometimes games can start off like a crazy score fest, like just goal after goal, and then the scoring can drop a bit. So, you know, for the sake of your bet, hopefully the scoring does dry up a little bit. Crazy to think how fast time goes. I was only 14 when I started watching your vids rolls, and now 4 years later I'm a regular in stream. Oh, that's good. Good to hear, Zach, mate. No, I appreciate the kind words, man, and I really appreciate you love me stuff, man. Yeah, bloody 4 years, eh? It goes fast, especially from my perspective, for sure. How about that? Too easy from 𝐼𝐻𝐴ndrews. That was a poor kick there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿 with the one-hander. I tell you what, I still will die on this hill. 𝐼𝐻𝐴ndrews, very unlucky not to make the All-Australian last year. I thought he was sensational for Brisbane. So important. Huge in their back half. Very unlucky not to get a blazer. Carlton got to slow and control the game, says Purple. Yeah, they've just got to try and control the footy, get in their forward half, but Brisbane have just been way too quick off the turnover and off the intercept, and they've just been very, very ordinary with their ball movement too, Kemp. As he goes short the side. Go FBI, hopefully going well. Hopefully I'm not getting swatted tonight or anything, judging by your username. Again, too easy, 𝐼𝐻𝐴ndrews. Just in front, takes a lovely intercept. Just got here and witnessing a slaughter in the making, says Donny. Yeah, I think this could be a long night for Blues supporters if they don't fix this up. 𝗏𝐻𝐿 drops the mark. Now Brody Kemp whacks one out. Falls in favour of Hollins. He's quickly dispossessed. Great pressure there. Now another turnover going Brisbane's way. Lachie Neale. Great vision out across to Jared Berry. He plays on. He wants to go towards the pocket. He's got a fly here. Good body work. Not good enough from Lions. And Charlie Curnow working high up the ground. With a nice intercept mark. And now Cottrell. G'day, Kevin. Hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. Cottrell now. That's a better kick to Mackay. Just couldn't hold on. And now Wilmot. Another possession. Whack kick. Drop mark there from Williams. Really should have taken that. Can they now make him pay? Lions to Jared Berry. Takes his time. Floats one up. Who can fly here? Charlie almost. Almost like a bit of an unrealistic attempt. He couldn't get up, and Kemp. Short kick finds Williams. Blues miss Wiedering, something shocking, but the midfield seems completely asleep. Unbelievably sloppy footy. Yeah, no, definitely true, Wade. The big one's Wiedering, though. I mean, he just you know, your best key defender just sets up really how your defence really goes, to be honest. It's big for your structure. And especially, you know, for Wiedering, takes the opposition's best forward each week. You know, he's a big part in how they move the footy too, so he was always going to be a big out tonight. And watching the pre-season games too, you could just tell, yeah, this could be a bit of a struggle without Wiedering. Hewitt now, here's a chance for Carlton. Doesn't really favour anybody, but good crumbing there from Cottrell. Chance now for Doherty, he's back out there. Terrible kick. Oh, geez, what's the big O doing? He's just completely gotten away to Kitty Coleman. That's an incorrect disposal. And there we go. The Blues will take that. Chance to get their second off for free. That was going straight down Kitty Coleman's throat for an easy uncontested mark, and then Oscar McInerney just gets in his way, drops the mark, and he coughs it up. Well, Lachie Fogarty applied the tackle. They just need this goal, Carlton. To get it back to 32 points, minute 48 to play. Can Fogarty convert? Sure can, right down the pipe. Blues, much needed goal. Playing the Gabba, Donnell. At the old Gabba. Or the what's the full name? 𝐬𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐵 or something? Pretty sure that's the suburb of where the Gabba actually is, isn't it? Okay, well, much needed for the Blues. The tables can turn, and what we did see from Brisbane last year is when things weren't in their favour, they were able to cough up some leads, so Blues just need to try and put on as much scoreboard pressure to get back into this game. And again, that's a bit lucky, like that's just a terrible kick from Doherty, and look at that from the big O, he's just gotten in Kitty's way. Oh, bloody hell. Got tickets to the game, but come down with COVID. Oh, sorry to hear that, Lockie, mate. No good. Hopefully you get better soon, man. Oh, great tackle there from McInerney, and they want to go quick here, Brisbane. Dunkley now, whacks one forward inside 50. Saar drops the mark. Good crumbing and backing up there from Boyd. Composed kick out of the fence. He finds Blake Acres. The former Docker chips one over the top. Short now to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. They need their small forwards to really bring the heat tonight. And he now goes towards the edge of 50. Strong mark there from the Payne train. All aboard the Payne train. Yeah, that's totally fine, super, mate. All good, my friend. Now Ryan Lester. Important part in their back half, of course, Ryan Lester. He was, yeah, really, really important in their back six. Harris Andrews, lovely kick of the footy. Jared Lyons. 40 seconds till quarter time. Brisbane probably just want to control the footy here. Don't concede another. Go for the Swans, Danelle.
Just be content with this 32-point quarter-time lead. It's been so impressive for Brisbane.
Now McCarthy, looks like that one's gone over. Now throw in centre wing. Original trailer soundtrack for Fallout 76. Fallout 76. Okay, well there you go. But yeah, no, each year Brisbane's goal songs, they do, some players obviously do change it, so that they actually have on the club website like the full list of all the players' goal songs. A quick free here, into 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴's way. Probably time will run out though, they need to get it down quick. Doherty just a high ball towards the contest. Dunher in the front position drops the mark. And now a wobbly kick, only as far as, pretty sure that's Fogarty. Well, time will run out here for the Blues, and the quarter time siren will sound. What a start from Brisbane. 7 goals, 2 to 2 goals straight. They have just completely obliterated Carlton around the footy, off the turnover, and off the intercept. They've just been far too quick on how they move the footy. And when it's just gone inside 52, looks like the Blues have panicked. They haven't been able to man up on their opponents, especially in transition. It's been a really disappointing start for Carlton. There you go, 7 goals, 2 to 2 goals straight. Let's have a look at some of these quarter time stats. Still have faith for Carlton, says Purple. Yeah, definitely fair enough. They've just got to get into this game somehow, but it's just been all Brisbane really that whole first quarter. The ball movement's been sensational. They've been far too quick off the intercept and turnover. Just their usual stats where they've been good. They've been sensational. So, okay, let's have a look at these quarter time stats. Yeah, look at that. 21 inside 50s to 9 Brisbane's way. So they've just really dominated in their front half. Blues winning the clearances by 1. They have won a few of those stoppage clearances. That's where they do play their best footing. They are winning the contested possession account as well. They've just been really, really predictable. Their ball movement, though, haven't really gone with the corridor. They've turned it over. They've allowed Brisbane to intercept way too often as well. And this was definitely a lot of quite the issue for Carlton last year too, whilst they were playing their bad footy. Just how they moved the footy, very, very poor. So I've got to find either more ball winners, in their half forward line, or really start playing with a bit of pace and cut the angles through the corridor. It's about that fast footy these days. Brisbane is not playing around. I'm not seeing a hangover. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see a hangover, especially from Brisbane, random goat, to be fair, because, you know, a 1 point, oh, no, sorry, 1 point, I was thinking of the GWS, a 4-point loss. Very, very close. It usually, you know, the close grand final losses usually strengthens the side quite a bit, so, yeah, I think they'll be alright this year. Thoughts tomorrow night's game on the Pies versus Giants? Yeah, really could go either way, to be honest, 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐴. Expecting good footy, really, from either side. No Murphy, no Howe, though, for Collingwood, though. I mean, that could expose their defence a bit. Charlie Dean's first game, so Hogan, Riccardi. You know, those plays in their forward half. Daniels, Bedford, and Green are just the big ones. The three amigos, the three small amigos for the GWS. I think they could be big tonight. I mean, I've gone GWS, but again, could really go either way. Gone them by, I think, 10 points. I think the Kangaroos will fare this season, says Random Goat. Oh, I think they'll improve. If you look at the last, 5 or 6 weeks of how they played last year, they were really good. Especially with what the circumstances were. They were, you know, quite fatigued. They had that lack of winning culture, but I felt they played periods of games quite well. And yeah, now 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐴 with the full year of coaching, apart from the 2-game match ban now, with what he said to Jimmy Webster, but, you know, pretty much a full year of coaching. Yeah, I think they will improve, and they've got some great talent as well. So, but yeah, the back line's a concern. Like, you know, Toby Pink, Biggie Newen really leading their back half. They won't get Griffin Logue till the second half of the season. Yeah. No, and Collingwood wouldn't be surprised if they win by less than 10 points. Yeah, Lockie, I was very close from going Collingwood by a close one. I can really see it going either way. But I think GWS are just as good in the heat of the moment, and in those very close and tight games. They were also able to win a lot of close games last year too. So, yeah, could go right down to the wire for sure. But yeah, both teams I see is definitely top 4 contenders and a chance to win the flag for sure. Who's your tip for? Says Tanu fight. Oh, just it was on the bottom right of the screen. It just changed the question, but the tip there, yeah, I went Brisbane by 32 points. In the finals, perhaps, maybe. Oh, probably a bit too soon, to be honest. I think that this is definitely a big year for them on how they progress. I mean, they've just got to get wins on the board. I think they've got to really build that winning culture again, because they actually played some good periods throughout games last year. Like the first quarter against Melbourne last year in Tassie, they were up like 32-7 or something. And I mean, they almost beat us in round 10 last year. They had some good, strung together some good patches of games, but then they just finished off games really poorly. They have a lack of leadership as well, so yeah, I think it's just trying to get more wins on the board this year. Thoughts on Orazio Fantasia pick up so far, Rolls? Well, they got him pretty much for absolutely nothing, so it's worth a crack. I mean, I can't really say much so far because it's only been 1 quarter. But what's his stats been? He's really barely touched the footy. Yeah, just 2 disposals for him so far. Also, he took that mark high up the ground. I mean, he had the goal assist. Yeah, that was a lovely kick inside 50. But yeah, I think it fits a need for sure for Carlton. I think, though, Ashton Moir, surely he's close from getting his debut, especially with no Motlop. I thought he was a chance to debut. But yeah, I think for Fantasia, if he can keep fit, you never know, can he get his form back from those years ago back at Essendon? Because he was quite a decent small, of course, for the Dons. What are you doing when you hit 16k subs because you're only 17 away? Oh, mate, gonna host a massive party. Everyone get down. No, I don't know. Obviously, very appreciative. It's an awesome milestone to hit, the little 1k milestone. So, yeah, pretty close. Fantasia will be important from a Port fan. Fantasia was very good at Port too. Yeah, I think for the most part, though, Fantasia was just struck down with injury again at Port Adelaide. Couldn't really get a clean run at it for the most part. I mean, how many games did he play? For the pair, we'll have a look. As anyway, we'll get into this second term. As I'll actually have a look. I'm interested.
away, Jim. They put the balls around the ball. Kennedy, Cripps,
All right, I'll go 𝐼𝐻𝐴𝐺𝐵. Yeah, you only played really the 18 games, 15 in 2021. Yeah, that's right out. Not a bad season in that year for Port Adelaide. 28 goals from it. Anyways, we're back to the second term. Another early inside 50 here for Brisbane. Holds it up. 15 games, average 2 goals. Yeah, 28 goals from 15 games. I'm pretty sure it was. 𝐼𝐻𝐴𝐺𝐵 give the Blues 30, 35 odd goals. Be shrewd pickup. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they just need more from those small forwards this year. I mean, they were I think they were bottom 4 last year for inside 50 efficiency. So that was definitely one of their weaknesses. Anyway, I think it's a holding the ball free kick here. It's going to be a free kick for Brisbane. Lincoln McCarthy directly in front. Yeah, Doc's back out in the field, Bailey. He went down to the sheds, but he's all A-OK, I think. Lincoln McCarthy's kick. Will it hold the line? It sure will. Brisbane get their first. Just a tick over a minute into the second term, sorry. 8 goals, 250. 2 goals, 𝐼𝐻𝐴𝐺𝐵. Oh boy. Blowout on the cards. Carlton need to put Cripps as the ruckman. Yeah, he's got to really lift. Just getting nothing from that midfield. And this is where Brisbane were very, very good last week. They were just so clean in the coalface against the Swannies last week. So they're certainly showing this again tonight. But yeah, that's a bit unlucky. Kennedy actually got first possession in that centre bounce, and he got a bit of friendly fire banging into Cripps's thigh. The last 10 goals, Brisbane have 8. Cripps now, Hewitt, out to Zach Williams, out into space. Foot race there, great commitment there from Leicester. Quick hands to 𝐿𝐴𝐵 Fletcher, the second year player now. He goes inboard, finds Jared Lyons. Nice cutting in the angles. He gains a bit of metres and whacks one on the shoe to half forward. Front position there, lovely pick up there from 𝐿𝐴𝐵 Fletcher, but it's going to be a free in the back here for Lewis Young. What's happening here? Don't know what that was for. It was against Orazio Fantasia. Let's have a look. So it looked like a bit of a late nudge there from Danaher. It was a bit on Lewis Young. Oh, I think Hipwood's done a bit of a dive there, to be honest. Put a bit of money on that dive, to be honest, but he's got the free. Can he convert? It's going to take a mighty kick. Definitely has the distance, but doesn't have the accuracy. No, sorry, didn't have the distance. The coning marks on the line. Chipping ball out across. Finds 𝐷𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐵. Great story, of course, 𝐷𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐵. Coming back from cancer. And he's slotted back into the Carlton side very, very nicely. Hopefully he can have a big year. Now Fogarty, good hands from Cripps towards half forward. He's got to mark that Kennedy. But again, beautiful one-on-one stuff there from Leicester. Does the little things well. And now off the turnover, 𝐼𝐻𝐴𝐵. Beautiful kick finds Dunkley. Inboard to McCluggage. They want to go quick. Bit of a fungal. He goes back to Dunkley. He's met Hipwood in a strong Fogarty tackle. Hey, Fogarty's I think Fogarty's been one of Carlton's best so far. He's certainly throwing his weight around. And it's 50 metres. Well, it's going to be right on the edge of 50 here for Fogarty. Probably a bit too far up to score. It was against Neil. Sydney are top 4, my opinion, says Edits. I'd love to see if they can make top 4 this year. Gonna have to bring the consistency. So, Fogarty's kick. He wants to give to Mitch McGovern. He's a big kick of the football. No. Wobbly kick. Goes for Carlton's first point of the game. Yeah, they've got to make the most of those opportunities. Darcy will want to kick it in. Top 1, you mean, says Valiant. Oh, of course. Yeah, Edits, mate. I think he had a bit of a typo. Anyway, 𝐼𝐻𝐴𝐵 now to the fence. Danaher the hot spot. No, sorry, that was the Big O. No, sorry, the Big O and Danaher were both in that marking contest, but Newman able to kick it forward towards half forward. Berry, though, able to mop up. Back to McCluggage, finding plenty of the football. Neat kick. Classy player as always. Finds Archie. Great first quarter. Callum Archie on the wing. He'll just launch one down the line. Good contest there. Lewis Young with the spoil, but good reading there, but that's a poor kick. Out the full from Rayner. Met Premiers, yeah, of course, it's. Oh, it'll be a good sight to see. Now, Mitch McGovern. We'll just whack one down the line. The Big O. Front position, good smother there. Kick from Archie. No, sorry, that was Chera, sorry. And now nice offloading kick finds Hewitt. Wobbly kick. Almost Mackay. That was just a wobbly entry. It was a hard one for Mackay to grab. Fogarty applying the heat again. Forces the stoppage inside 50 here for the Blues. Good opportunity here for Carlton to get one back. Half time cannot come sooner for Voss. Yeah, for sure. We're only 5 minutes into the second term. And they just need to try and swing this momentum somehow. Bit of a fumble there from Gardner, but recovers really nicely. 𝐓𝐴𝐞 now, always clever with the football. That's a lovely chipping kick over the top. And they're out here again, Brisbane. Look at the numbers floating forward. He's got Dunkley all alone. He hits the 45 out across to him. The former Bulldog. Short out across, 𝐓𝐴𝐞 again. And now to the pocket. Lovely kick. Lincoln McCarthy, sensational. Such a good user of the footy, Dane 𝐓𝐴𝐞. He's having a great game. What's his stats like? I think that was his 10th disposal. 3 marks, 2 tackles and 2 goals for him. Great to see. Lincoln McCarthy now. Kicked, of course, the last goal earlier on. And how is this kick? It is brilliant. Gee, such a prolific footballer, Lincoln McCarthy. That's 9 goals now for Brisbane. And they continue to build this fantastic lead. 43 points, eh? Jeez, I feel for Pommy. I'm pretty sure Pommy in Oz is streaming this game on the Blue Abroad channel. I wonder how he's feeling. Do feel for him.
This was smart play from the Lions. You can see Carlton, they worked really hard to get back. There's nowhere inside forward 50. That need a bit of patience to kick to 𝐓𝐴𝐞, which create a little bit of a pocket for McCarthy to lead into. It was well worked back from Carlton. You've got to give up something in your forward 50, and that's probably the best spot to give it up. It was well worked from the Lions.
29 games in 7 seasons, and it counts 115 of 100.
Now way back in the middle. And good tackle there from Hollins. But I think if you're a Carlton supporter, definitely you'd be quite dejected at the moment. But, you know, these early season tests sometimes can build the resilience out of a squad. And it's always hard coming up to Brisbane to play the Lions for sure. But yeah, they're just really in their shells at the moment. They just look a class above Brisbane with how they move the footy especially. Yeah, you make a good point at it, and you've got to remember how even the comp was last year. It was a massive logjam on the latter positions last year too. Dispossessed Acres, should be holding the ball. Zach Bailey, too good. Oh, he's hurt his groin by the looks of it. Went a bit too hard in the tackle. I think he's alright, just a bit ginger. Brisbane are ready for this premiership, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how I look at them heading into this year. As I say again, those close grand finals. As Zach Bailey sets one up. Almost the Big O. Drops the mark. Chera now. And look at that forward pressure. Josh Dunkley, though, he's just been everywhere. In every contest. Working hard. Applying heat. 24 tackles to 13 as well, Brisbane's way. Anyway, a bit of a wobbly footy. Ball in dispute here. Hewitt plays for the high and he'll get it against Jasper Fletcher. Another poor forward back half turnover there from Brisbane, as now 𝐓𝐿𝐿 goes inside 50, but good intercept there from Sard, and probably plays the 50 a bit too much. Yeah, just in the back there from 𝐼𝐗𝐤. Adam Sard now wants to go. Just a terrible hand pass there from Boyd. Off the turnover now, 𝐷unkly too easy. They just wanted to go corridor there, but really, really poor stuff. But it's better than not going the corridor. It's better than, you know, going just down the line. Sard wanting to take the game on, but that's just poor from Boyd. Just too good pressure from 𝐷unkly again. All over it. Well, Charlie Cameron, geez, he's got the black tape around his wrists. He usually goes with the, obviously the medical tape. What's the brown one? Oh no, just an observation from myself.
Brisbane have done this well, Joel. Just denied Carlton the obvious exit, the clear path.
Well, now 𝐷unkly wants to go down the line in the guts. But turnover again from Brisbane. Kitty Coleman. Short out of Fletcher. They just have so many outside numbers spare, Brisbane. They spread so well. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿 now gains the metres. Goes inside 50. Good contest, 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿. In front position. Lewis Young unable to intervene. And 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿, he's looking hot. But this is the range for 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿 where it can be a bit iffy. So I wouldn't be surprised if he misses this. He usually is able to bung the goals from 50 out. Ah, beautiful stuff overhead though, 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿. And he's going back with the flight too. I mean, you could almost say Lewis Young at the sit there really should have spoiled.
He's had his knockers over the years, but he's gone back with the flight there and taken a great mark. Career best season last year.
Eric 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿, can they make it 10 goals for Brisbane? We're not even halfway through the second term. And I said it perfectly, really. He does struggle from those ranges, Eric 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿. Goes for a point. Apologies about the commentary curse. Anyway, Zach Williams will kick it in. As I said at the start of the stream, great to see Zach Williams back out there. I mean, he's racking up the football from an individual point of view. This will be his 11th touch. Mackay now. Again, he's dropped a few marks, Mackay. I've got to take those marks down the line. Those are important ones when moving the footy. Predicted, says AK. Yeah, I think really with the outs Carlton had, Brisbane at home, this is always going to be, you know, a potential comfortable win for Brisbane. Neil now, dispossessed. 𝐷unkly again, just look at that. Forcing turnovers. Did well there on Cherries. Dragged that in, I think, Lachie Neale. But it's going to be a baller. Gabba Merchant, says Jimmy. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, obviously didn't lose the game at home there last year. And they obviously did struggle a little bit away from home. That's always been definitely one of the big headlines for Brisbane away from home. But when you look at their losses away from home, against the Crows, really should have won that game. Too terribly inaccurate in front of goal. Really should have won the game at the G against Melbourne. So they had a few games away from home where they probably could have won, where they did lose. I mean, definitely the poor one, though, was against the Hawks. They were terrible that game. But, you know, bad games happen for even the good sides. Chera, terrible drop there. He's got to mark that football. And look at this, Brisbane just breaking free. Hand passes galore. Bailey now. Out to Neil. And now McCarthy. Bit of a fumble. Good pressure applied there from Akers, but he gets the kick away. 2-2-on-2. Good spoil there from Young. Who's at ground level? Paddy Cripps now. Yeah, and that's not really a great hand pass there for Doherty. He's just going to have to hack it around the corner. Outnumbered contest again. Brisbane's way. 𝐓𝐴𝐸. Good awareness. Inboard to Bailey. Spin move. Beautiful. Hollands. Good pressure. Really should have been holding the ball there. That's unlucky. Bang, how about that spoil there from Harris Andrews. Ball goes to the deck. Dunkley unable to get an effective hand pass out. Ball trickles out of his possession. And now attack of the footy's good there. I think that was from 𝐼𝐴𝐸. Great pressure applied from Brisbane. How about that heat around the footy? Just their overall intensity around the ground, Brisbane. Every time the Blues get it, applying the heat, forcing the turnover. And just Brisbane are able to get that clean possession out, find a mark out in the wing. And now Wilmot inside 50. Ball hits the deck out the back here. Sard, fumble there from... Oh, look at that. Too easy. Just pushed out with ease there, McCarthy. Charlie Cameron gets a bit of space and was unable to get a clean kick of the footy there. Goes for another point. 9-4 now for Brisbane. G'day, Tristan. Hopefully going well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Now Boyd out of the fence. That's a better kick. They need to really attack the game here. Cripps, good hands. Or did he drop that? It looked like he dropped it, but it was good enough. Well done there. Was that again from Dunkley? It was. Great pressure applied. Danaher now. Whacks it forward. 𝐓𝐴𝐸 taking over. There's the Carlton faithful. Obviously not liking what they're seeing so far. Just 2 goals to show for their lack of entries and overall just getting outbeaten in stoppage and around the footy, especially in the second term. Danaher's kick out in the full. Now Lewis Young, kick back out, but look at that, just all Kitty Coleman's. Jack Payne did that well, didn't allow 𝐼𝐸 to attack that foot in. Jeez, I think I've only really said Charlie 𝐼𝐸's name once, and it's Charlie Cameron. Takes a lovely mark, 1-on-1 against Sard. This is getting very, very ugly. If it already it is really ugly, let's be honest, but wow. Just in all facets of the game, not Carlton, sorry. Brisbane are just looking a class above. That's really well done there from Charlie Cameron too. Protecting that drop zone, not allowing Sard to get a spoil in. As Charlie Cameron snap around the corner, will bend and miss. Well, there's a few points in a row here for Brisbane. Been a bit inaccurate. They've kicked 3 points in a row now. And we'll have to halt on the country roads for now. I think the Blues have just got to continue to really attack this corridor. It's the only way, and that's better. It's a good use there for Cherry. It's just been their ball use. It's been slow. It's been ineffective, but here's a chance. It triggers out the back here now for David Cunningham. He should goal, and he does, on the run. Much needed for the Blues. That's their 3rd goal. Back to 40 points. Well, there we go. Much needed. Jeez, the bounce of the footy didn't really help. It was a 1-on-1 contest, and I think that's just the bounce of the footy sometimes. When you're expecting the ball to bounce up, it'll just keep on rolling, you know, rolling like a soccer ball. It happened there, and Cunningham read it best out the back and slots it home on the run. Yeah, there you go. 𝐼𝐴𝐸 runs over it, and Cunningham goals it. Well, back to 40 points. Back in the middle we go. Big O. Again, dominant out of the ruck. Cripps should mark. And it's going to be McGovern's free for a holding against McCluggage. McGovern now. Better kick. Lowers his eyes and he finds 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. I think that was 𝐓𝐡𝐞, sorry. Can't see from that from my angle. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 now. Brings it to ground. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴's now in a dangerous spot here. Backtracks to 𝐴𝐤𝐻𝐿𝐴 on his left shoe. Now that will bend. Will it have the distance? No, it won't. Although the umpire wants to check with a score review. Let's have a look. Yeah, touch for sure. Oh, geez, don't tell me. Is that Hollands? Don't tell me Hollands has touched it. He's done a Max Gawn. He's done a Max Gawn. No, I'm assuming Jack Payne also touched it as well. Well, there we go. Well, 2 scoring shots in a row there for Carlton. If we want to talk about positives, there you go. Well, it's been a better at least last 2 minutes or so for Carlton. Lowering the eyes, their ball movement looking slightly better. 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐴 now. Launch out of the 50. Archie should fly. Drops the mark there. Chance now off the drop here for Carlton. Cripps centering ball could favour Cunningham. Just drops the mark. Good closing speed there from 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Fumble there from Fogarty. Jeez, he put 𝐓𝐿𝐴 under the pump there with that hand pass and 𝐬𝐿𝐴 holds it in. Forward 50 stoppage here for the Blues. Just on the edge of 50. Head out now for 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Ball trickles out the back here. Nice slap. But Cripps, that was only as far as Lincoln McCarthy. And that'll be deliberate. Going the Blues' way. Going to be Zach Williams is free. No, sorry. It's going to be 𝐴𝐤𝐻𝐿𝐴 is free. High ball now for 𝐴𝐤𝐻𝐿𝐴. Who's up? Just all Brisbane players. No one really went up in there in that marking contest. And that could be on the ball. No, Cripps gets it out very well. Now a chance for decoding. Wax on the shoe. Good intercept there from Leicester. He's having a good game on Charlie Curnow so far, it must be said, Ryan Leicester. Jasper Fletcher now. We'll whack one down the line. Gardner now, good body work. Well defended from Kemp, boundary throw-in. VFL won't like Sydney beating Melbourne, Brisbane beating the Blues. Yeah, well, you know, if you think about it though, the AFL have gone through a tremendous effort to actually raise the game at least in the northern states with this opening round. I think just the general noise isn't too happy. Which, you know, fair enough, everyone has their opinion. I mean, to be honest, I don't really mind, to be honest. I mean, obviously, given I'm a Swan supporter, so I'd love to see us open the season, but, you know, just footy's back. At least it's back a week earlier. We love to see that as supporters. 𝘼𝐻𝐿𝐴 now clears it out of the fence. Kemp reads it well, but it was a touch ball, so he's got to get rid of it. Hand passes out in the space for 𝐻𝐿𝐴 now. Out now to 𝐴𝐤𝐻𝐿𝐴. Some quick hands here for Zach Williams. He gains a few metres and now launches. Deep kick inside 50. Who's up here? Almost Cripps. Curnow out the back. Should goal, and he does. That's 2 in a row now for Carlton. Well, there we go. Now get that goal out the back. It's 4-2 now. Much needed. There we go. A glimmer of hope potentially for the Blues. 33 points. And yeah, 4:24 to play till half time. 𝐵𝐵 did well there. I mean, he dropped the mark, but he was able to get it out the back for Curnow. Drops the mark, and Curnow reads it best. Here's first goal of the season, Charlie Curnow. Current streaks kicking at least 1 goal a game. 48 games, Charlie Curnow. How about that? And he's leading it by some margin. Cripps now hacks it out with a soccer. Only as far as 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Inboard to Neil, and he'll give it out across to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. And now to Leicester. On his non-preferred. He's just going to have to try and hug the boundary with this kick. It's a poor one, though. Mitch McGovern with the intercept. Now, they've got the corridor open here. He goes inboard quickly. 𝐎𝐥𝐝 now out across to 𝐷ocherty. And he goes inside 50 here. Who's up? Mackay takes a good mark. Sensational grab from the big H. There we go. Much needed contested grab. Well, there goes a neutral. Could this be game on if Harry Mackay can convert? Jeez, I don't know what Jared Berra's doing. He was like trying to play stacks on. Yeah, he tried to carve for the specky, but failed miserably. Good mark there from the big H, though. Can he convert? Kicked a lovely goal. Early on. And can he kick a second? He hits the post. Yeah, no, it definitely was a good call, to be honest, Purple, because when you saw Jared Perry hit the ground, you thought, oh, okay, what could have been a push in the back? No, he just went for an unrealistic marking attempt, let's be honest. Not only Wearing, but 𝐸𝐸 is a loss for the Blues. 𝐸𝐸 provides that small forward pressure. And yeah, definitely, Nick, mate. I think he's one that could also really break out this year. And he's a classy player too. I mean, his forward 50 craft is great as well. But, yeah, I mean, really, Fogarty's been the only noticeable small for the Blues so far. I mean, his pressure he's been able to bring is very good, and he's been working high up the ground as well. That's better pressure from Boyd. Forces the turnover. Great contest there. Jack Payne and 𝐼𝐻𝐾𝐬. And the ball, trickles out the back here. Now Charlie, soccer. What in the world was that? Tried a miraculous soccer attempt, but that one ends up out on the full. Jeez, I almost hit the cameraman too. Well, 2 goals in a row now for Carlton. The last few minutes, they've been able to play a bit better. They're looking like they're starting to get a bit more acquainted to the contests. Cultural now, that's going to be holding the ball. Didn't dispose of it. Going to be Fred Lyons. Short now, Jared Berry. He'll just want to go down the line here. McCarthy now, a bit of a fumble, able to recover for a hand pass, but oh, geez, what's 𝐿𝐿𝐼 doing there? He's got to pick up the footy, coughs it up. 𝐷onoghue now, kick around the corner. It's a foot race here between 𝐷ocherty, great slap, out across to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼's, and that's going to be a late tackle free, going 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼's way. I reckon Sidor playing with a proper ruckman. Oh, just watched last night's game, super Ollie, mate. And there's your answer. You know, I think with Grundy, it will definitely help our clearance game, and we were terrible for clearances last year, bottom 4 side, so yeah, he's going to be very important to us.
They've at least stopped the bleeding, the Blues.
𝐷ocherty now, down the line. 𝐷ocherty grabs it out of the pack. Well, 59 seconds. Can the Blues maybe sneak one more? That would be big before the half. Good mark, Mackay. Need to see more of that. And he wants to peel off and go deep. It's a 1-on-1. 𝐸𝐿𝐼. Zach Bailey. Well done there from Bailey. Gets the ball in and goes through for a rush behind. As a Port fan, Peter Ladhams makes me want to cry. Yeah, well, it's interesting because when Peter Ladhams played his first game against Port Adelaide, it's when you smacked us at home, 2022, and he got dragged as well for the late hit too. I'm pretty sure he got suspended as well. I don't know if you remember that. Definitely Port fans are having the last laugh at that. But, you know, I think Ladhams still is a serviceable play for us. He just has a lack of discipline. And it's interesting, that trade, because that Ladhams trade, we got Sheldrick as part of that trade. Pretty much, it was a pick swap in the first round, and we only gave away a future third, I think it was, in the end. And then I think Port traded with West Coast. West Coast got Chesser, and then Port got Josh Sin. And they did a bit of a pick swap with that original pick for the Ladhams trade. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, half-time, 9-5, 59, 4 goals, 4, 28. Well, at least from the Blues' perspective, they've at least stem the flow a little bit of this high-scoring Brisbane side. They've been able to cut the margin a little bit and kick the last 2 goals of the half, but it still is quite a substantial margin. 31 points at half-time. And it still really has been all Brisbane, apart from probably the last 5 or 6 or 7 minutes where Carlton were able to nullify them a bit around the footy. Get their fair share of inside 50s, and geez, what's happened here with 𝐼𝐴 𝐐𝐿? He looks no good. The trainers are out there. He's at least responsive. Let's see on replay. Yikes. Yeah, I think it's just a bit of, oh yeah, those ones hurt. When your bone hits someone else's bone, like the knee on knee, shin on shin contact, oh, those ones hurt. Not Coleman, I just put in my super coach. No, it's only the opening round, mate. So, it hasn't actually started yet, so you'll be right. You'll be able to take him out. But, yeah, I was considering Coleman for fantasy and super coach. Yikes, he doesn't look good. But no, this has been a really good first half, though. It's still pretty much been all Brisbane. Again, they were able to really build off strong heat and intensity around the contest. Again, off the turnover and off the intercept, they've looked good. And, yeah, just a cleaner side around the footy and going inside 50. I think some of their deliveries have been elite. And, yeah, it's just the pressure as well. I mean, Josh Dunkley's had some sort of a half. I mean, he's just an absolute gun. He might not be the most sexy footballer, but he just gets it done in the trenches. He's been applying heat. Game high 7 tackles for him. And I think if we look at the tackles differential, 34 to 26, they've just been able to apply a lot more heat, Brisbane, for pretty much the whole half. Shin on shins like a scooter back in the angle. Oh, okay, mate. Those ones hurt back in the day, the old razor scooters. Yeah, those ones were nasty. Bloody hell. He's actually jet. Yeah, no. When he gets the footy in his hands, very, very good player. But yeah, jeez. Hopefully it's not an ACL. Hopefully it is not an ACL. I don't know if he's still out on the ground. He's probably now in the hands of trainers, but yeah, it didn't look good. G'day, Turner. Hopefully going well, mate. What happened not watching? Well, the news, just from what we've witnessed, is 𝐼𝐴 𝐐𝐿 looks to be a bit junior from a late contest. I don't know if it's an ACL or anything. He might be okay, but it's just to watch this space, I think. Yeah, it looks like it was his knee. I think it was a bit of shit on shin contact, so yeah. But yeah, it's pretty much been all Brisbane though, Turner. Just the goals out the back. They've been streaming numbers forward in transition. They've been great off the turnover and intercept. Just, you know, the standard Brisbane masterclass at the Gabba that we witness pretty much every time. Damn, Coleman's one of my faves. Yeah, nah, he's one of my favourites too. That's a non-Swans player for sure. Just saw green icy poles giving the Blues in the rooms. Yeah, well, bloody hell, they'll need the electrolytes and the sugar rushes for sure from the 𝐓𝐴 because they need a lift. What stream service do you use? Machine means streaming program. I use Streamlabs OBS. That's the program I use. Streamlabs Desktop or whatever it's called. It's pretty good. I mean, obviously OBS is the other program too. But yeah, Streamlabs is the same as OBS, but it's a bit better for streaming. Okay, well, let's have a look at the team stats, and then yeah, we'll do the if anyone was shooting in the stream last night, we'll do one of those Sporkle quizzes. Players over the age of 30. We'll get on to that. But let's have a look at these team stats for now. Yeah, inside 50 still maintaining that differential. The Lions plus 12, 34 to 22 their way. Yeah, the Blues have been able to get at least on top of the stoppage clearances, but it's just overall around the footy where Brisbane have looked really tougher and have looked just really a step ahead and cleaner and faster on moving the footy too. Marks inside 59-2, so Brisbane have just been lowering their eyes sensationally well. They've led the whole game. And they kicked up 3 points in a row early in the second term, so they really could be up by more. But 15 minutes or so until the third term. Still comfortably Brisbane in the lead. So, as I say again, was a good last 5 minutes for Carlton. So they'll just need to continue to really show up more in the contest and take the game on. Well, let's have a look at a few stats. Jarryd Lyons leading the fantasy with 64 alongside Josh Dunkley. Great half from Dunkley. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐷 been racking up the football with 16 touches. Paddy Cripps with 15. Better second term from him. Lachie Neale, as always, clean in the stoppage. Just doing those little nice hand passes. Helping out teammates sensationally well. Jarryd Lyons with 14. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐷 13. He's looked great. I mean, I think he's one we've got to talk more about. 𝐼𝐴𝐷 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐷. Just fits into that Brisbane back half so well. Good kick of the footy. Great off the intercept too. Yeah, really good play in transition. Zach Williams as well, having a good return game. 12 disposals for him, 4 marks. Tackle leader as expected, Josh Dunkley with 7. Intercept possessions, 5 for Brodie Kemp, 5 for Harris Andrews. He's done very well. Lewis Young getting busy. Mitch McGovern with a few intercepts as well, 4. And contest possession leader, Cripps and Neale, both with 7 each, as expected. So by subscription to Curry, no ads. Well, mate, no ads for KO. Well, I think it's inevitable, really, with having ads on KO because, you know, it's basically this is basically watching Fox Sports, and they're always going to have ads at halftime and everything. Ollie Hollins might need to get the gear out for the boys. I think you mean Elijah Hollins, Kelly. Yeah. That was a bit awkward. Like, he just joined Carlton, and then he had to appear in court for something involving drugs. But I've heard he's had a good preseason, so yeah. Well, Carlton aren't playing all the bad. They just couldn't score for 20 odd minutes. Yeah, well, I mean, the first half they've definitely been disappointing. Looked really second rate around the footy, and they've been unable to really stop this free-flowing Brisbane attack. But the last 5-10 minutes or so, they've looked better. Just need to continue to put on scoreboard pressure, and Mackay and Kernan really puff out their chest and gain the marks inside 50, really. Okay, well, let's pop on the sporkle, shall we, and continue this quiz from last time out. So it was a AFL players 30 years old and older in 2024. So obviously we'll have to start it again. So I think it's already zoomed in. So you sort of can't really see it because of the chat, but yeah, anyway, Adelaide Crows 33 minutes. So we had Sloan, we had Walker, we had Smith, and then we had Laird, we had 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐷, Neale was one of them, Lyons was one, Gardner, Lester was one, sorry, Fort, and then 30 forward. I think this is one I forgot. 30 forward. I mean, who's been playing tonight? That's 30 years old. I don't think it's McCarthy. I mean, might as well try. But I think McCarthy's 30 years old. Yeah, bloody hell. I always think McCarthy's like 26, 27. Well, there you go. To be fair, you know, you had quite a bit of a campaign at Geelong as well. I'll stint at Geelong. Okay, now Carlton. Newman's one. And then It's not Hewitt. Oops, I accidentally pressed full screen. There we go. 30 midfielder for Carlton. Is he playing tonight? 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐷? Yep, it is. Collingwood, Pendlebury. 33 defender, Howe. 33 mid, side bottom. Ruck 32, Mason Cox. 31 40. Now, I still can't believe this. Jamie Elliott is not even in his 30s. I thought he was. Oh, no, wait. He is. Oh, my God. Okay, so last night I kept on spelling Elliott with one T. No, sorry. Yeah, I kept on spelling Elliott with one T, but it was the double T. Well, there we go. My check. 30 midfielder. Who else is aging in that Pies midfield? Mitchell. 30 defender. Probably someone from the back half back line. Can't think. Frampton isn't 30 years old. He'd be a key defender anyway. Crisp was one. Moore wasn't one. We'll just avoid that for now. We'll move on. Essendon, Goldstein, 35, Ruckman, Heppel, and then Shield. Okay, Fremantle. 33 forward was Walters. 32 mid was Fife. 30 key forward was Tab. And then 30 mid was O'Meara. There we go. We're on a roll at the moment. Cameron, Hawkins, Stewart, Guthrie, Duncan, Tui, Blitzarves, Segler retired. Who's that other oldie? Stanley. Dangerfield. 32 forward, Rowan. And 30 defender, Buse. Okay, Gold Coast. Casbolt. Sam Day. Wits. Now this one was a bit of a funny one. Swallow was actually a defender for some reason, even though he's a midfielder really. Found that a bit odd. We'll move on to GWS. Hoskin Elliott. Yeah, I tried Hoskin Elliott. I think I spelled his name wrong. That's right. Because I did the Elliott with one T. And on news on Coleman. Good question. I'll keep my. I'll actually unmute the coverage. So maybe, I don't know, John Rao from the newsroom comes out with an update potentially. Yeah, hopefully comes back out. Geelong should be walking back. Yeah, no, definitely. Well, there we go. We got it all right pretty quick. Anyway, we'll go back to this now. GWS. Okay, we've got under 5 minutes. Okay, GWS. Cullen Ward. It's not Hogan. It's Keefe with the double E, double F. It's an odd surname. What's his name? Haynes. 31 defender again. Hogan's not in his 30s. No. Green. 30 mid. Would it be Josh Kelly? No, he's like 28, 29. 𝐚𝐿𝐼𝐷. There we go. I'll leave that for now. Okay, Hawthorn. 33 forward. Bruce. 32 key forward. Gunson now. 30 forward. Wingard. And 30 key defender Frost. Okay. Melbourne. Can you see that? Again, I'm sorry, the chat's in the way. I probably could move the chat somewhere else in the future. 32 key forward, Ben Brown. McDonald will also be up there. It's none of them. Who's another oldie on their list? Shaki's not 32. Stephen Mayo is up there. 32 Ruck Gorn is up there. Key defender Tomlinson. 32 key forward. Not Joel Smith. Might as well try. Nah. Now Langdon's not a key forward though. Move on to North. 32 mid. Greenwood. And a 32-year-old mid. There's no Cunnington anymore. I've already gone with Ben Brown for Melbourne. Whitfield, that could be him. No, he's not 31. 32 midfielder for North. He's an old fella through there. We'll move on. Port Adelaide, yep, Boak. Oh yeah, cheers for the help, Purple. Boak, Dixon, McKenzie. Lovely stuff. Okay, now Tigers. Prestia, Martin, Floss, Tuin. Floston, isn't there? Grimes. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. Yeah, he's not there. Pickett would be there. 31 Ruck, Nate Curvis. It's not Nate Curvis. Naismith and wow, I thought he's in his 30s. Nah, Cunnington retired last year, Purple. Tucker's not 32. 31 key forward. Okay, I've only got a minute. Got to be quick. 31 key forward, Lynch. And I swear again that's Floston, but it's not. Anyway. Oh yes, that's it. Shields. Beautiful. Okay, well, we'll move back now. Again, we'll continue to chip away. I wish there was some way to like pause it and save it. I mean, could we save it somehow? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can save the tab. Anyway, we're back out there for the second half. So Jack Carroll's the sub for the Blues and Doherty's off. So maybe his injury got in the first term. He's just no good and he can't continue the game. It's certainly not. He's certainly not substituted because of his form. He's one of their most important players, but he's out of the game. Just subscribe on the 2 accounts, says Turner. Ah, cheers, mate. Nice work regardless. Yeah, no, they're definitely good to do, those Sporkle quizzes. And they make you think, like, you know, it might seem easy, but geez, a few of them, oh, bloody hell. They do question you. They do really, you know, you have to turn on your thinking cap for sure. And there's always a few of those plays where you're like, no way they're this age or that age. Like, I didn't even realise Lincoln McCarthy was 30. I thought he was like, what, 28, 27? 30. Bloody hell. And you forget some players are that old. Like, good example, Dane Rampy's 34 this year in like April or May, whenever his birthday is. 34 Dane Rampy. And it looks like he's still 25. Ah, bloody hell. Well, George Hewitt said earlier, leading the disposals for the Blues at 16. So, yeah, I mean, the last... Okay, let's hear from Coleman. Yeah, well, there we go. Well, he's subbed out, Kitty Coleman, so looking like we're going to have to pay attention in the next few days for the scans. Jeez, that's no good. Okay, well, second half, let's get this Game underway, so it's the Lions by 31 as we enter the third term. So, yeah, Carlton just have to really sharp more around the contest and take this game on as we now enter quarter number 3. Koning now, first hit out. Cripps good attack on the footy. He's dispossessed though. Pick up from Sard, very clean. And now out to 𝐓𝐴 Williams. Taking in the Cameron tackle. Gets it out. Ah, that's unlucky. Oh! Okay, I don't know. It was a bit soft, but geez, you saw that from Williams. A little punch to Charlie Cameron's arm. He wasn't happy. That's unlucky though. He bloody disposed of it. Just a bit too late. Okay, so Carroll is first disposal. And booted out there from the Carlton defence. Slap from 𝐼𝐵 only as far as Cripps. Wants to try and break that 𝗏𝐼𝐶 tackle. He offloads it. Cunningham to Boyd. And now out to... 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 𝐻𝐴𝐥𝐿. Always... Sometimes those names just... I get a bit mixed up. Good pressure there from the big H though on Andrews. That's what I want to see more of. Out of the ruck, beautifully done from Oscar McInerney. And Neil, clearance. High ball, Hipwood flies. Beautiful crumbing there from 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐿. Whacks one on the shoe towards half forward. Danaher now, just can't pick up that half volley, but he has a bit of time to recover. On his favoured left, here's a dangerous 1-on-1. It's Sard and Charlie Cameron, good bodying out there. And it's going to be, 50 metres. So, Brisbane players, they're a bit unsure. So Charlie Cameron was holding Sard a bit too much there. Yeah, there's the jumper hold. Well done from Sard. He got front position. And Zach Bailey, well, he didn't hear the whistle. So he kicked it away and automatic 50, really. Short kick now. They want to go through the corridor here, the Blues. Always short kick. And now Fogarty sets one up. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 really should have marked that footy. He recovers. He's good around the corner. Charlie 𝐴𝐥𝐿, there we go. The Blues with the first of the second half. Much needed. That's his second. And here we go. Game's under 30 points now, so it could be game on. 25-point margin it is now. And there's the Carlton faithful. The Charlie chants are coming out. Jeez, I love that drum. No, Daniel Lloyd also retired as well, Adam. And speaking of Brisbane, he's actually with the Lions now. You know, part of like the, I don't know, the coaching scene or development scene. Carlton upset and coming. Oh, well, I'm all for the dramatic finishes as a neutral supporter for sure. Okay, well, Carroll now, he gets the centre clearance. Important there. Oh, he's now very clean. Oh, the inside out. How will this bend? It's too short. 𝐵𝐿𝐿, beautifully done. Quick one again for Charlie 𝐵𝐿𝐿. That's 2 quick goals from the champ. 19-point margin. Oh, it's game on now. Oh, wait. How about that bodywork there from 𝐵𝐿𝐿? Sensational. Oh, Pommy Norse is definitely fired up now. Oh, wee. Oh, game on. Game on for sure. Tick over 3 goals now. How about that? That's beautiful from 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐿. He's 1.5 forward. And look at that. That was beautifully done from 𝐵𝐿𝐿. He just able to edge out Payne there a bit. And just too strong. Too strong. Too good. 19 points. And now whack forward from the big O. Gets the centre clearance. Drop there from Boyd. And now Rayner. Always good at half forward. He launches a deep kick towards the pocket. And that's out in the full. It's 59-13 at 1 point. Yeah, wow. I mean, they've been scoreless for quite some time, Brisbane. And a few of those behinds they kicked earlier on. Oh, geez. Well, if the Blues kick another few in a row, they'll be kicking themselves Brisbane. But They're starting to really get on top a little bit, Carlton, but here's a chance now for Brisbane at half forward. Dunkley now, centering ball, who can fly? Great mark there from Akers. Got in the hole and took a great mark overhead. And this is what Carlton were very good. Once they got, once they got rolling and the momentum wave was hitting, they were sometimes just unstoppable. Zach Williams now wants to switch the play. Good use out across to Lewis Young. He's got a man over the top. Nice there for Cripps. He's dropped that mark, but he keeps it in. A wobbly kick now into the corridor. It could favour here for 𝐼𝐴. Good half volley. He peels off. He's usually much better field kick than that. That's straight down Jack Payne's throat. And that's a risky kick for Payne. 𝐸𝐶𝐾𝐬's got to be important here. He coughs it up. Not off the turn over the Blues. It's 𝐶𝐴. Low kick. Beautifully weighted to Matty Kennedy, the New South Welshman. Well, how about this for a turn? Oh, he's wanting to centre it. Oh, he's a bit unsure about the snap. Kennedy now to make it, 4 goals in a row now for Carlton. They've been unstoppable, it feels like, and here we go. Oh, it's game on now. 13-point margin. How about this? And let's be honest, whilst this was an absolute blowout, what did I actually say? I actually said when Brisbane, things aren't really going their way, they can sometimes fall into their shells a bit. And how about this? The Blues have really turned the tables now, and all of a sudden, they're the ones moving the footy with pretty good haste and making the Lions pay off the turnover. Like Payne, corridor kick there, 𝐸𝐶𝐾𝐬's no good. It was sensationally done from Akers. I mean, Akers has been big the last few minutes. He took that important defensive 50 mark, and look at that, intervening, getting the hand pass out to 𝐶𝐴. Now by that non-preferred kick, just over the top, perfectly well weighted. Finds Matty Kennedy. Game on. All the Blues faithful up and about. Dunkley now, that's going to be holding the ball. Great tackle, Matty Kennedy. Just kicked the goal too. And now towards half forward. Who can it work for here? Macca did well, just couldn't get the half volley pick up. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻 now, going in and under, well done. Now Akers, centering ball, chance for Charlie! Oh, what's this? I mean, how many goals has 𝐼𝐴 kicked? I've actually lost count. Charlie 𝐼𝐴. This is his chance for his third. Can he convert to make this a 7-point game? Should convert. Always good, the set shot. The Blues have brought it back. It's a 7-point margin. What a turnaround this has been. And this is very uncharacteristic from Brisbane's point of end. Wow, what a turnaround. I've come out of the halftime sheds and turned this game around. I mean, now all of a sudden Brisbane look like they're a bit shell-shocked around the footy. Carlton now able to move the footy better. Look much stronger around the footy all of a sudden. And they bring the heat in their forward 50 in 𝐼𝐴. There he is, he's up and about. How about this? 7 points. The Blues have kicked the last 5 or 6 goals of the game. Plus 15 uncontested possessions as well in this third term. Bailey now, great stiff arm. Gets the clearance for Brisbane. They need a settler here, Lions, as they go inside 50. Geez, that was a hard one there for Kemp. And now a little grubber for Lewis Young out towards the direction of Hollands. Bailey now breaks the tackle. Centering ball, who can he find? Deep option, trickles out the back and will be rushed through. 8-point margin. We have a game on here, ladies and gentlemen. Brody Kemp now. They've been able to control possession much more better in this third term as well, Carlton.
So you're spot on. This is how Brisbane moved the ball in the first half. They were just picking their way through it, uncontested marks. The game was played at their pace.
Out across now, Brody Kemp.
Carlton have just returned favourite. The Lions have really struggled to solve up.
As he now goes down the line. Really the greatest kick for 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Rayner, oh, great pressure there from 𝐼𝐿𝐴, but he gets the offloading hand pass run. And now 𝐼𝐿𝐴 inside 50, who can fly. Good contest, but Garner got Kemp a little bit high there. And he'll come back. Oh, drop there. That could be costly for Kennedy, but he goes in hard and gets the ball again. And it's another high tackle. How do you think 8 footy feels right now? Oh, mate, the egg. Jeez, he wouldn't be too happy what he's seeing so far. At the moment, for sure. Kennedy now bombs it down the line. Towards the wing. The big O grabs it out of the contest. And beautiful hands there, and they break free now through. What's his face? 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴, but Curnow drops the mark just a bit over the top. But a fumble chance now. Jack Carroll, the sub, kicks the goal. It's a 2-point game. Oh, there we go. Well, the Blues are really now making the Lions pay off these costly mistakes. Fumbles galore. And Jack Carroll, the sub, is gold. How about that? Beautifully done. Poised and composed and slots on his left shoe. Can't believe we've got two kings named Charles and one king is of Carlton. Well said, mate. Yeah, it's always interesting, like, you know. People say, oh, Curnow's only good against weaker teams and, you know, he gets all his goals from frees. But, I mean, geez, he's a treat to watch for sure. But look at that, just how the Blues were able to really get quick separation there from that contest. Quick hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 7 goals of the game have gone Carlton's way. Completely swung momentum. It feels like they've done a reverse prelim final. They start the game so well. That's going to be holding the ball. Great pressure. Off the turnover now. Here comes the Lions. Good kick there from Lions. He finds 𝐓𝐿𝐴. They need a settler here, Brisbane, to try and stem the flow of this crazy surge of consecutive Carlton goals.
Go back to that prelim final. Completely different circumstances, but great pressure surrounded a kick from a similar position at the back end of the first quarter.
Yeah, no, we say choking over here as well, random. Because, yeah, they are certainly putting out a bit of a choke. Well, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 now needs to convert. And that one's across the face.
He's just got to know the moment, Eric. He's had a couple of chances tonight. He's got to make sure that he's kicking these.
Carlton turning it up a notch.
Slammed 7 in a row on the Lions. That only happened to Brisbane once in the whole of the last season. Port Adelaide did it.
Sard now wants to go down that line.
Now rolling with
Macca, good in the air. Did well there against 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. That's what they need more from. Just those marks down the line. A nice corridor kick. Finds 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Good to see him out there playing consistent football as well, 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Yeah, just had that horrific injury cloud. Oh, Andrews sees that's an uncharacteristic drop. And now, oh, risky hand pass. It's a chance now for the Blues. 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴 now. Quick hands. 𝐼𝐿𝐴. He goes back. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. Blues are in front. Unbelievable. How about this? This is a rare sight to see. Brisbane rarely falter and rarely give up their dominance at home. And how about this turnaround from Carlton? And I mean, that's just off a sloppy mistake again. Drop mark. Lachie Neale. That's just a poor hand pass. And Fogarty, who I've definitely given plenty of flowers to tonight, he's been busy. Was able to slap that out. And 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴, I mean, he's more than a role player. He's more than a role player, 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Sensational. Last 8 goals Carlton's way. Wow. Can you believe it? And there's still 11 minutes to play. Still 11 minutes to play in this third term. The first time they've been in front of this game. Off we go again in the middle. Mackay, well done. Now Chara clearance. Just this momentum wave the Blues are riding. Andrews, that's better. It's a terrific one-on-one mark. Oh, and what a smother that was. I just quickly looked away and someone smothered. And now Cunningham again off the turnover. He can find the goals. On the run. Ooh, he would have brought the house down there for the Blues fans. Across the face. 4-point margin. Imagine you put a bet on Carlton winners 13.59. Well, Purple Coffee for sure was still giving plenty of hope for Brisbane, for Carlton, sorry, whilst they were down and out by the looks of it. So he could have put a bet on. G'day, Charlie. After going well, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Gardner now out to 𝐼𝐗𝐿𝐴. Just these fumbles, Brisbane. They look so clean, and now all of a sudden they've lost their poise and a lot more fumbles they're having around the footy, and they've just coughed it up, and Carlton have just been able to really attack them well off the turnover. And beautiful vision there from, I think that was Williams. Now 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴 wants to change the angles. Wobbly, non-preferred kick. It will reach 𝐼𝐶𝐞, but he'll have to make people work here. Now, short kick from Boyd. Good intercept from Leicester. My bet was placed. Oh, was it now? Oh, rescue kick. He's got to go. Bailey gets the ball back out all over the top now. McCarthy. Chance for 𝐼𝐻𝐪. He rolls into goal. On the run. Oh, across the face. Brisbane now. Points galore down their end. Williams now goes short. But yeah, pressure's definitely getting to the Brisbane heads. I mean, they just lost, yeah, as I said earlier, just lost that composure around the footy. And fumble, all these fumbles, like, look at that drop mark from Leicester, should be eating that up. I mean, they would have eaten that up if they were back up by 40 points. But they've been in these situations before, Brisbane. Neil now, low kick, great kick. Sensational from the Brownlow medalist. He finds Lincoln McCarthy. Need Fantasia and Bailey goal. Yeah, well, Fantasia hasn't really done much in their forward half, to be honest. McCarthy now, 2 goals, 1. Can he put the Brisbane Lions back in front? Kicks on its way. And that's swinging out to the right. Another one for Brisbane. That's 9 goals, 9 now. Not bringing their shooting boots. I mean, really, halfway through the second quarter onwards, they haven't brought their shooting boots. Sard now, out towards the wing. Good looking kick. I think that's a mark. There it is. Oh, beautifully placed kick there from Sard. Thought Carlton would hunt Fantasia as the first gamer. It's clear no nothing, says Purple Coffee. I'm surprised Blues came back, says 𝐸69. Yeah, no, it's been... I thought no one was expecting this, let's be honest. I mean, this has been incredible from the Blues. Good pressure there from Andrews. That will be holding the ball his way. No, look at that old lady there. Not happy. 8:38 to play until 3/4 time. I agree with the line lady. Wear glasses up. 𝐼𝐻𝐪 now. And a good tackle there from Nick Newman. Tip Brisbane by 17, says Prakash. Still plenty of time to go. Game could definitely go either way, but yeah, wow, Carlton last 8 goals of the game. Not many were expecting this. Nice hit out there from the big O. Rayner now. Out to Barry. He gets a quick kick forward, but that's a great smother there. I think that was from Cunningham. Ball to be won here at half forward. Quick hands from Cameron. Fumble from McCarthy. He gathers his own ball again with the great attack on the footy. Now Dunkley just failed to get a soccer on that one as Williams gets out of there with a great kick, but always drops that one. Important one on knee. Soccer was nice from Leicester. And now 𝐸𝐸 goes back inside 50. They've got the numbers here, the Blues. Drop mark there from McCarthy. Was that high? Nothing against 𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐴 there. just disposed of that one, Lions. They probably want to hold it in here, the Blues. Or Brisbane, sorry. And there we go. Forward 50 stoppage their way. Yeah, what do you mean, Charlie, mate? Last night was a great game. Swans masterclass. That's what everyone wants, right? No, I'm only joking. But yeah, I mean, from a neutral point of view, very scrappy game. But yeah, this one's certainly looking like a bit of a better one. Game really now on the balance, and that's a great tackle from Dunkley. Definitely no bias, wasn't there? Definitely not. Even though I've Swans memorabilia behind me. Yeah, only having a laugh. And the stoppage now, well done. Quick hands, oh, beautiful stuff. Cunningham, oh, just fumbles there. Oh, he played the high bit. I think that was Dunkley. Nice hands there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. He goes back to Payne, that was. That was a great bump there from Cripps. Bringing intensity around the footy, the Blues. That's been key to their comeback. And just outdoing him in the coalface. Plus 30 disposals. How about that for a number? 45 to 18 uncontested possessions their way in this third term too. Akers now gets the hand pass out in the space. Cunningham now. He's been busy this third term. He's been huge in part of their comeback as Cripps. Another wobbly kick, but it could favour someone here. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 got up early, dropped the mark. 𝘼𝐼, great attack on the footy. That was umpire's pill. Yeah, I think could be a good chance for top four. It's a very long season, Charlie, mate. But yeah, if we can keep consistent, I think for sure. De Koning now. Archie now. Berry will whack one out in the space. It's a foot race here between Lyons and McGovern. Soccer wasn't great. He gives it pretty much straight to Lyons. That's a smart corridor kick. He finds Bailey. He wants to hit the 45. Now, this is where Brisbane are good. It's these goals out the back. They've got numbers floating here. Joey 𝐻𝐪𝐻. They've got numbers streaming here. But he wants to go himself. Joe 𝐻𝐻𝐪𝐻. That is beautiful. Wow. Great goal. No, he's missed. He's missed. The crowd was up at about... I thought that was a goal. Oh, wow. They certainly they faked me. I think they faked some of the cameramen too. It was a point. I mean, I was going to say, bloody hell. I mean, he had numbers galore there, 𝐻𝐻𝐻, and he's done that. He had options left, right and centre, but he wanted to go himself. But to be fair, that's probably 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is best in terms of shooting for goal. Just those big bombs from 50 out. Cockhead roll says, yeah, no, the crowd got me. Like, bloody hell, the crowd was on their feet. And then I clicked the goal and the umpire was at one point, I'm like, oh, crap, sick. Good game we have on our hands here. There's Cunningham again, huge. Oh, this one, we trickled out over the back, but not on the right side of the posts. Another point. Lohman now the sub. Who can fly? McCarthy a chance. Ah, great mark. He's always a high flyer. Yeah, I thought he kicked it too. So yeah, it just looked like it was a goal there. Anyway, Lyons is out the back here. Brisbane just need a goal. He's going to go to Joey 𝐻𝐻𝐻. Whoa! What a mark. Any goals? Now, has he goal? Let's confirm. 2 fingers from... Okay, yes, he has. Bloody hell. The crowd just not helping me out here. Bro, why can't I see it? Copyright, my friend. I was trying to think of a joke, but I couldn't think of one. I'll be honest with you, my friend. Yeah, no, copyright. And apologies about this squeaking chair, everyone. I actually got a new chair. If you didn't notice, it's a nice one. I don't even know what it means. STC. It's absolute beauty, but unfortunately it squeaks a bit. Oh, but bloody hell, it's comfortable. Not bad for a throne. But yeah, there we go. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 at the back. Had the set. Oh, what a mark. Poor 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Jesus, he cops that a bit, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. I mean, he copped that. Oh, who took that specky for Geelong? Someone took a hanger over him, I'm pretty sure, in that practice game. Okay, well, Brisbane back in front. Lachie Neale now. Great tackle there. Repeated effort, good there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. And Jack Carroll getting a few CBAs too. That's good to see. Third, I think it was his 4th or 5th year. Was it 2020 or 2019 draft? And he does well here. He gets a little clearance. And that will do. That will work nicely for Fogarty, who's had a good game. He needs to lower his eyes. Inside 50 on the lead for Cripps. Reads the bounce of the ball well, but he can't keep it in. Oh, look, I thought that was out. It's going to be a boundary throw in anyway. Yeah, no, that could potentially work, Cow. Or some WD-40 or something. Yeah, definitely hit the post. I mean, you can see it at the padding. 4:43 to play until 3/4 time. Got a game on here. Brisbane have definitely had the last few opportunities, though. Let's be honest. About 4 or 5 points in a row. So fair enough, they are back in front. But it's a forward 50 stoppage here for Carlton. Their stoppage work. Some of the best in the business. Can they manufacture a goal from here? 𝐼𝐻𝐿 and the big O doing the ruck work. Kennedy now centering ball. Good smother there from Neale. Another boundary throw. Okay, fair enough. I'll take that as a handy tip then. It's just the first thing you ever think of is WD-40. Iconic name. Big O, that's good. Gets the clearance. Only as far as McGovern, though. Head across now to Newman. 4 points, 4:14 to play till 3/4 time as Newman goes deep again for another inside 50. Harry Mackay, good mark. He's been good tonight. I mean, he started off slow, but now he's starting to really take those grabs. That's probably one of his best assets too. Very, very good contested mark. And he takes it from the side. Now a chance for the Blues to get back in the lead. 10 contested marks to 8 as well. Carlton's way. And I think, if I remember, was it half time or quarter time? It was about 8 to 6. Oh, so it was about 6 to 2. Brisbane's way. So they've been able to show way more firepower in the air as Harry Mackay goes... Bang! Sneaks it home. Carlton back in front. 10 goals 10, 11 goals 6. 2-goal margin.
Second of the night for the big man. Really nice contact there.
G'day, Cox. Hopefully going well. Welcome to stream. Going on the Blues indeed. I mean, hey, you know, I did tip Brisbane, but I'm all for the upset. I always am. This has been great from the Blues. I mean, really, resilience has been showed from how they've been able to turn this game around. The tables have really turned. It's a bad bounce there from Brett Roseberry. And he reads that bounce better. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 drops the mark. And umpire's ball. Carlton scored 44 points this quarter. Well, there you go. It's been an absolute scoring frenzy from them. And they've... Danaher out of the rack. Oh, great smother from 𝐼𝐻𝐿 there. That was potentially goal-saving. High ball here for Berry. Good mark. Interestingly, though, the inside 50s is still around the same. Around plus 13 Brisbane's way. But Carlton, just the efficiency has really improved with their pressure and their use. No one got up there as Saad takes the intercept. Thought Carlton were in it, but not like this, says Purple. Yeah, man, I don't think many were expecting an 8-goal turnaround. Very, very good.
You got 𝐼𝐻𝐿, you got 𝐼𝐻𝐿 𝐿𝐻𝐿, you got 𝐷𝐻𝐿, you got Chamberlain, all blokes can take a high mark. You've got to sit the ball up.
So Newman now, down the line he goes. Good spoil from Andrews. They're just getting a lot more winners at ground level this third quarter, Carlton. Akers, nice hands to 𝐓𝐿. Good sets of hands here for the Blues. That was good pressure. And boundary thrown.
Just the extraordinary ability to grab this club and rip them out of trouble.
Now, I just think back to last year's final, and Josh Dunkley was there. He is right next to him, but you've got to. It feels like he hasn't been there. He hasn't had the same attitude tonight.
Another umpire ball up here. 21 disposals for Paddy 𝐓𝐿. He's going at 76%. He's really lifted into this game. Starting to get plenty of the footy. 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝐿's been good too. Clearance. And they'll take a bit of territory there, Carlton.
Carlton are normally, their main way to score is from clearances, but tonight it's been all from turnover. They've kicked 8 goals for by making sure that when the Lions have made an error at the ball, they've been able to turn them over and go and hurt them going forward.
7 goals to 1, Carlton's way in the quarter, 𝐼𝐻𝐿.
What now? Hacks one forward. Bounce just doesn't favour 𝐼𝐻𝐿 there. Good shepherd there from Newman. Gives Akers a bit of time. And now Williams. Hack kick round the corner. Who can he find? Someone. 𝐓𝐿 always strong. Good attack on the footy there from Akers, but he fumbles. Neil now. Taken in a strong Akers. Oh no, so that's Newman. Taken in a strong Newman tackle. Neil's fired up. Jeez. Wait, let me see that on replay again. Let's see this again. Okay, so Neil doesn't get him high. Ooh. Oh, no. It was probably playing it a little bit, Neil, but a little punch on the jaw there. Anyway, out the back, Charlie Cameron. Great mark. Probably a fine. I'll get looked at. It will get looked at. It was probably like a... I don't know. How about that for a... That's a good reenactment. And then Neil did this. Played it a bit. Anyway, Charlie Cameron, important mark inside 50. I had to reverse the footage there a bit because I wanted to see it again. So I've completely missed how Brisbane were able to bring this end to end. The heat is on, says Valiant. Yeah, for sure. Cameron needs to convert. And he has not. Oh dear. They have just not brought their shooting boots, Brisbane. Minor score, 1 point game. And Carlton, I think, if they can hold possession, will head into three-quarter time in the lead. What's it been? It's been pretty much an 8-goal to 2-goal quarter, I'm pretty sure. Williams will just huck it down the line. Mackay can't take the mark. Neil now. Hands weren't too great to bury, but he's able to recover. Now 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Good pressure there from Aaron Mackay. That's important. Well, Tom will probably beat them here.
These moments will be looked at. There's that and that.
Yeah, that will definitely be looked at. So let's have a look at this quarter, eh? 1 goal, 6. 1 goal, 6 to 7 goal, 2 quarter. Well, there you go. It's been almost really the same amount of scoring shots too, but Brisbane have just not brought their shooting boots, whilst Carlton, I mean, what a turnaround this has been. The intensity has lifted. They've been much better around the footy. And yeah, just going inside 50, they've been able to really make Brisbane pay off just panicky little fumbles, and off the turnover they've been good too. And yeah, in stoppage they've just been, really been able to get on top as well. So this has been an absolutely fantastic comeback for Carlton, but here we go. Still think though Brisbane are still in this game. It's almost like really starting from 0-0, to be honest. It's anyone's game. But Brisbane have definitely got to bring... Carlton have definitely really brought up to this contest. They are looking definitely better around the footy, must be said. Well, let's have a look at these stats, eh? How are these for a turnaround, eh? You going, Badger? You've joined at a good time, mate. We're in for a cracker of a final term. Carlton have turned this game around with a 7-goal 2 to 1-goal 6 quarter. And are in front by a solitary point. Okay. But inaccuracies cost Brisbane. They are actually leading the inside 50 still by 15. It's just that Carlton have been able to get a lot more ground level winners. That's probably where they struggled a bit. And have been able to quickly generate it forward. Get quick hands. And yeah, just high fast footy pressure really inside 50. They've been able to get those goals from open play. And just the pressure has really lifted for them. Also winning the clearances too, Brisbane. But yeah, contest possessions, that's where Carlton is, winning by 8. Which they've been pretty good at all night. And yeah, definitely looking harder at the footy for sure. And yeah, but then you look at Brisbane's side of things, well, they still could have a lead to maintain at the moment. They've been pretty inaccurate this third term. 𝐴𝐿𝐴 for striking 2 weeks. 2 weeks of striking 𝐷𝐿𝐼. Yeah, it will get looked at. It wasn't really too much of a punch, but it was intentional. So, yeah, I think it could be banned. We'll see. Anyway, lads, in for a cracking final term. Going to see how it pans out. I'm just going to go take a whiz. So I'll be back in a sec. And, yeah. Hopefully it's a close game. I mean, could we see another draw? We had a draw earlier on last year. Who knows? But, yeah, this has been a great turnaround from the Blues for sure. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, everyone. So, keen to see how this last quarter does go. Really, anyone's game. Still think, you know, Carlton might have the edge around the footy, and you know their pressure's been immense from this third term onwards. But you know, you just can't write off the class, the Lions, and really, it's just their execution in front of goals. What's really letting them down? So. Yeah, I think we've got a game here. Second game of the season, already a beauty. Because I think we can write off last night's game as not a good game, let's be honest.
They're kicking a contest and over the Brisbane defence a little bit more, forcing the game into contest. Let's have a look at the numbers because the comeback has been quite extraordinary. And the 47 points on the scoreboard's great. We'll get you to explain turnover in a minute.
Breezy will still in, says Epic Indian. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think you can still back him from here. Once a chance it comes down after a siren goal. It could happen. I don't know. I have a feeling that Carlton and Brisbane could definitely run away with this one. I don't know if it'll end up with a close one. Who knows? But it was end-to-end a little bit after the 8 goals. Like, Brisbane were able to have their chances. But yeah, I mean, Kerner, the 2 quick ones was the turning point. That was a beautiful goal. But yeah, brilliant third quarter from 𝐼𝐿𝐴. You know, as I said earlier in the stream, those contested marks so important. They're the ones that really changed the game, and he was able to take a few that quarter, and obviously get a goal to show for it too. Well, here we go, in for a cracking final term. So, as I say again, it was a 7-goal-2 to 1-goal-6 Brisbane's way. Crazy stuff. But here we go. Carlton's top 5 rated players in quarter 3. So Jack Carroll, he obviously kicked out goal. 𝐬𝐿 𝐎𝐥𝐝 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐝 has been brilliant. And Sidor as well. All the Blues fans are up and about. Well, here we go. We're set for a beauty. I just saw Abby Holmes in the crowd. No way she interviewed one of the Blues. Oh, that's gold. Well, here we go. We're underway. Quick hand pass from who was that? Sorry, 𝐓𝐿𝐴. As it goes inside 50 for the first one for Brisbane. Stiff arm there for 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Dispossessed. Good defence there from the Blues. They get it out the back 50 towards the edge of 50. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 and Archie. Both go at it well. Dunkley now. He had a bit of time there. That's a poor hand pass. 𝐼𝐴𝐴 on the intercept. That was clever there from 𝐼𝐴𝐴. He just hand passed out in the space. And 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴 takes it over. Oh, that is a harsh call. Insufficient intent. That's bounced off his leg. Well, it's a bit dodgy. Anyway, Cunningham goes down the line. Who can fly? Mackay maybe again. Unlucky. But he brings it down to ground. That's nice. That's serviceable for 𝐓𝐿𝐴. And he gives the hands out to 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Just gets the hands out. Well done from McCluggage. Good awareness. He breaks a tackle. Needs to lower his eyes. He goes to a one-on-one. Good defence there from Kemp. He brings it to ground, but Gardner able to read it best. Dunkley plays for the high. He gets the hands out now. Chance for McCluggage. Just needs the outlet hand pass. They could be out here, Brisbane. Lachie Neale over the top. A chance now. Beautiful stuff. Zach Bailey read the drop zone beautifully against Acres. And a chance to put the Lions back in front, or at least tie the scores. Yeah, good body work there. Geez, that insufficient intent call. I mean, that basically just fell off Wilmot's leg. It bobbled out like not right much he really could have done. Didn't really look deliberate at all. Well, here we go. Zach Bailey. Need to convert these set shot opportunities. This is where they've cost them, especially so far in this second half, Brisbane. That's better. Brisbane back in the lead. I'll get the home crowd up and about. 5-point margin. Did someone say KFC in the chat? Oof. Oh, hey, baby's playing. That's Zach Bailey's first goal of the season as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying too, Coey. It was crazy cool. Oh, jeez. It's such a good song, that, hey, baby. Good for a goal song, eh? Lions all learn from round one. They should never have been as close to the grand final. Yeah, it's an interesting observation, Purple. Because, yeah, with the opportunities Collingwood had, yeah, they really could have won by more. But, I mean, Brisbane were just so efficient in that grand final. Like, just they were always able to respond and they always keep themselves in the game. So I think the credit was for them as well. Like, they were, I mean, some of the goals they manufactured in that first half are very, very good. So really, I thought it was deservedly a close game. But yeah, they did have, obviously, miss a few opportunities as well, Collingwood. So I get your point. Now, is that deliberate? Is that a skill error? Oh, it's a skill error. Oh, there was that. Old mate with the headphones on the bench. He's not happy, the runner. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a fine tonight. Fines galore at the moment. Only joking, of course. Definitely Clarkson's was justified. Anyway, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 now. Hand pass out in the space for Boyd. And now for Cerra on his left boot. Towards half forward. Great mark from 𝐸𝐿𝐴. That's important. Now, he loves to peel off and go for home. He prefers the long kick, but he goes deep to the square for Mackay. That's great defence from Andrews. Just got in time to get the spoil in. I'm going to have a score review here. Yeah, it's off the knee. It's off the thigh. Well, rush behind there for the Blues. That's good though. That's where Carlton's been good too. More winners in their forward half. They barely had Eddie in the first half. It's really the most important, such an important aspect to win a game of footy. Winning those 50-50s, and Kind of good mark, and you felt he could have go for home there. You knew he has. You just know he has the distance. 𝐼𝐚𝐿 now kicking, goes out across to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴ndrews. It's always amazing 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴ndrews. Like, he's always one of the highest players on ground for kilometres travelled, and he's a key defender. Like, it's crazy. I mean, to be honest, he sometimes has 100% tog. Cameron now wants to keep it in. He goes back to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴. He hacks one on the shoe down towards the next contest. Well done from Lewis Young. Good intercept there against Danaher. And I think in the first quarter the game was over. Yeah, no. It's been some sort of a turnaround, 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴. For sure. Cultural now. It's good. He gains a few metres and now launches long. Can they find another contested mark here? Oh, drop there from Berry. Gets the hands out. And I'll take that, Brisbane. Another boundary throw. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, fellas, if you haven't already. We've got a good game on here. Yeah, definitely, Wayne. I agree on that. I mean, a few of them always are dodgy. Dunkley now. Nice quick sets of hands here. 𝐓𝐴, beautifully done. That's what we haven't really seen much from Brisbane in this second half. And they get the kick forward. They find 𝐻𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴 on the lead. Now he wants to go deep. He wants to use Cameron's speed. He just reads it better than 𝐸𝐴d. But it's well done from 𝐸𝐴d. The closing speed, very good. And that's a win for 𝐸𝐴d, it must be said. You saw that from Cameron. He just knew where it was going to land. He just runs to the spot. But 𝐸𝐴d did well. Not allowing him to get the footy. But it's a forward 50 stoppage here for Brisbane. Sharon out. Bit of a hack kick. But it was good enough as it falls to Kennedy. Now 𝐓𝐿𝐴 as they get it out of the 50 here. Big one-on-one, Macca and Andrews. He gets the ball. Beautiful crumbing there from 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴, but just couldn't get a clean possession. And that's great pressure there from Cunningham. Certainly been impressive, though, the Blues on this turnaround. Been able to use their strengths and get back into this game. Ball up here. The big O again grabs out of the ruck. Dispossessed bottom from 𝐶𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴. Cherry's having a good game. He's been everywhere in the stoppages. Now 𝐓𝐴 has a bit of time. Gives to Cam Rayner. Kick now towards half forward. Good contest. That should be a mark, but it's not. It's going to be touched. One on from McGovern. See, those ones are annoying because they're so inconsistent, those ones. Because defenders do put in a punch and touch it first, but then the second bite of the cherry, they pay as a mark. So, but no, well done there from McGovern as again, the Blues win another stoppage. They get it forward here. Macca reads the bounce while he pushes out Harris Andrews. What can the big H do? A kick over the top. Finds the captain, 𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴. Can 𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴 put the Blues back in front? Harry Macca, though, he's been huge this game. Well, Paddy 𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴 now. Can the skipper put the Blues back in front to get it back out to 2 points in their favour? He steps in and converts right down the spine. Harry Macca, here's goal again. Beautiful stuff. Blues by 2. AFL needs to adopt the 25-metre rule. AFL needs to adopt the SANFL out of bounds rule. I'm pretty sure the SANFL out of bounds rule is like whoever kicks it out last gets the free. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a bit of a controversial one. Don't know if it works. They have it in the AFLW as well. Yeah, footy's definitely shiting his pants at the moment for sure. Do you think we'll get up from here? I still think from what we've seen in the past, probably Brisbane, but I'm definitely open for Carlton to still snatch this one. They respond back with a goal. And the last few stoppages, they've been able to win too. Like, this has been a big turnaround. Like, again, great body work and ruck work there from 𝐷𝐿𝐴. They get it forward. But a collective effort of their mids, like Kennedy has done some great things, and 𝐶𝐻𝐼𝐸𝐴 as well. I mean, Kennedy's really lifting this second half. Good attack on the footy there from Carroll. Dispossessed. No hold on the ball given. Kick towards half forward now. Who can win this one? Good hands from Fogarty. Bit of a fumble there from Hollands. He's got to recover. Bailey's there to apply the heat. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 attacks the footy well. And now umpire's ball. Good there from Lohman, the sub, but a poor hand pass. He had a little bit of time there. Mitch McGovern, usually good kick. Lowers the eyes. Good contest there between 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 and Fogarty. Game of 2 halves tonight. Yeah, certainly. Tassie has a lot of community football. No second-tier professional league, though. Chance now. Cunningham breaks free. Just couldn't get an effective disposal, but he did all right. Nice vision there. How about that from Fogarty? And what's 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 doing? He had a clear shot and goal, and he went for a dribbler when there was a goalkeeper on the line. How about that vision from Fogarty? He's been impressive tonight. I think he's been one of my best. 3-point margin. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 now. Wants to go deep down the line towards the wing. Who can fly? Leicester, that's an important mark. They just have lost their edge to move the footy well enough end to end, Brisbane. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 has an option in the corridor. Nice option again, Leicester. Gives to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Great start to the game, but he has dropped off definitely. Here goes out across to Josh Dunkley. Chipping ball. Finds 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Low kick. Oh, out in the full. It's going to be out in the full. Adam Sard now will kick it back in. 13 minutes to play. Still plenty of time. Next goal, massive. Especially for the Blues, as they do have the narrow lead. Ball hits the ground. Andrews always composed. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 now. Over the top to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Can he repay himself for the better entry? No, he can't. Turns it over again. Boyd with the intercept. Short to Hollands. Hollands now will go deep down the line towards the wing. Who can fly here? 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐼𝐻 almost. The only throw in. Hipwood now hit out. Nice push out there. But hey, credit to Hollands. He kept his feet there against that push. Oh, beautiful there from Rayner. Just kept on attacking that footy. Wins a stoppage. Game getting tense. Ball up here. Danaher. Looked like a trip there. Oh, it's a kicking in danger. I thought that was going to be a trip going Kennedy's way because he ran and grabbed him around the leg there. But now Neil will take the free kick and lower his eyes. That's a beautiful kick. Lincoln McCarthy. They need a goal here. That was nice from Neil. Looked like he was going short and then bang. The bit of the mystery kick. And just goes short. Good vision. Good target. Well, Lincoln McCarthy now. Marks inside 50, 15-6. They've been kicking points galore, Brisbane. They've had their fair share of injuries, of course. Need to hit the scoreboard. Directly in front. From 40 out. That one doesn't swing back enough. It's a point. Yeah, good. Thanks, Khan, the Bulldogs. Hopefully going well, mate. You've joined just in time. We've got a good game on here. 2-point game. And now Newman. That's a good use. Out to the wing. Should mark this one. And he does, Acres.
Brisbane had all the exits closed for Carlton early in this contest. Been able to open
Acres now. Launch down the line to the next contest. Who can fly? 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 almost.
take the
𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Yeah, good tackle there from Hewitt.
Extreme influence as well. There's one area that I was saying going into this year, thinking about the Brisbane Lions, that they had the things that was
17 contested possessions to 16. Comes, oh, how about that for a hit out? Oh, that's brilliant on from Matt Kennedy. He wins the hit out and he also wins the high tackle free. And that was against 𝘬𝐻𝐪 too. Blues mad, mate. Didn't like the Blues' chances. Solid. It was a 50. Said it was a 50-50 game. Yeah, fair enough, Aussie, mate. I think you've said that really well. Because the Blues are on. And a good chance to win this game. The Lions rarely lose here, and that's a poor kick from 𝐼𝐻𝐪. And now Kennedy off the turnover. He's had a good second half. He goes deep. Can they find a mark here for Mackay? Good spoil there from Archie. And carried over the line there. One up from Cunningham. Carlton certainly won't lose any more tonight, but damn this... But damn, of this isn't going to be a top 4, top 2 signing game for the year. Yeah, but these early games always important, for sure. Wanting to tick off the wins on the ladder, of course. Nice finding the footy again from 𝐼𝐻𝐪. Quick hands, Bailey. And this is where he likes to go. This is what he likes to do. Break free, roam free. Good mark on the lead there, 𝐸𝐸. They want to go quick. Oh, thought it could have been 50. That's going to be downfield the free kick. Downfield the free kick. Downfield free kick for a late hit. Come on, Williams. I don't want you giving away frees. You're in my fancy team. Don't want you... Don't want... you know, your score to be that hurt. Because, you know, break-evens do come into effect for Supercoach and Fantasy, so... Lohmann now. Marks it half forward. Do they want to go deep to the big O? Star in the VFL, Lohmann. He's going to go deep. Can they find a mark? Rush through. 1 point game. Oof.
Brisbane and Carlton has never played a draw. It's not out of the equation. The way this match is going.
9:13 to play. Blues by point. No one saw this coming, let's be honest. How about this turnaround?
Your instructions from the umpire. McInerney up against Cripps seemed unfair.
And now Hewitt.
Cunningham to Hewitt.
Another player who's been brilliant in the second half.
Get back first. Size is up.
Oh, geez, that's a poor kick there from Jasper Fletcher. Out the full. Yeah, start the year of the draw again. Yeah, imagine that.
The burst of goals from the Blues. The settling period from Brisbane. What happens next?
Down the line now, towards half forward. Good spoil that was. I think that was from Gardner. Now Carroll. Oh, nice stuff there. That's good evasion skills. That kick forward doesn't work for anybody. 𝐼𝐻𝐿, Harris Andrews. Nowhere to go, so we'll just hack one around the corner. Good stuff there from Acres. Another important intervene in the marking contest. And they'll backtrack now to Lewis Young. He'll want to pump it down the line. Who can mark here? Good spoil from Andrews. Grand level winner was Carroll, but not an effective disposal. Andrews quickly gets it out. Quick there from Lohmann. Bailey, back to Andrews. Low kick. It's a nice one. 𝐻𝐪. He wants to play on. He wants to peel off. He wants to go deep to Charlie. Cameron Sard drops the mark. Oh, could that be costly? Cameron. Goals. Superstar. Superstar. Wow. I mean, Sard. Geez. That would have been a superb mark. I feel for Sard there. He just read that so well, but just dropped the intercept mark. Hey, I tell you what, there's been a lot of goals off fumbles tonight. There's been a lot of them. You know, defensive 50 fumbles and teams have been able to score off it. Well, there you go. Brisbane back in front. Goal for goal at the moment. Got a game on here. I still think for the most part, Sard's had a pretty good game on Cameron. But, you know, Cameron, he's a big time player. Country roads are out. Oh, he's fired up. What a game we got on here. It's Brisbane by 5. We meet back in the middle. Big O again out of the ruck. Jeez, he's been doing that plenty tonight. Kick towards half forward. Boyd. Going to be a free here to Charlie. Cameron now lowers the eyes towards the pocket. Chance now for 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Oh, that could be a hold. Nothing given there. Looked like it was a bit of a hold from that area. The ball trickles out. And now Carroll out of the fence. He's been impressive as the sub for sure. Dunkley now, tuck on the footy. Taps out into space here for Jared Berry. Hack kick round the corner. Again out in the full. Carlton's pressure has been key for their comeback for sure. Another forced error. Leicester now. Jeez, that's a lucky kick. I thought for again that was out in the full. That's a poor kick intercepted from Nick Newman. McGovern now. That's a nice low kick. The Blues want to build off this. Low kick. Oh, poor kick there. I think that was 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐷. 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐷 was just licking his lips on the lead there, but that was a poor delivery. McCluggage usually clean. Good enough to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 as he goes to a one-on-one contest. Good duff there from Jordan Boyd against Cameron. Williams arrives for help, and that ball will trickle over the boundary. Yeah, I mean, it started off like a very clean game, but yeah, turnovers galore, Line. That's very well put. A lot of panicky fumbles, pressure is lifted. Pressure starting to really creep up for both teams. Lovely. Oh, geez, 𝐓𝐴𝐷 been good tonight. Hit out, and really another brilliant hit out again. Fantasia now. Not really the greatest kick. 𝐓𝐴𝐷 gains a bit of space back to 𝘼𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Low kicks a good one, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. They've got numbers on the outside here, Brisbane. There's McCluggage. Does he want to go in Boyd? No, he wants to go in his left boot. That's a good enough kick. No, he could have marked that one. Jared Lyons. Good stuff again from Boyd. He's had a few nice moments. That's a poor kick. Oh, dear, Archie's dropped it. And that's going to be a high tackle going always his way. Those are the tricky ones, you know, trying to tackle them when they're on the deck like that. Hollands now. 𝐴𝐷𝐿𝐴 now. Hollands has seen him. Can he take this? Andrews, well done. Oh, geez, Gardner's not happy. So Gardner sent back to defence in this second half too. Oh, geez. Oh, bang. I mean, I think that's... what are we saying? That could be a free, but none of the umpires saw it. Anyway, here's a chance off the stoppage. Ball up again. 5:25 to play. 5-point margin. Game on here. 12 goals 13, 12 goals 8. It's another forward 50 stoppage here for the Blues. 𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐷, nice hit out, but not really in favour of any Carlton players. As he just hacks out of the fence there, 𝘼𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Who can fly? 𝐓𝐴𝐷 almost. What an effort that was. He needs to get it out. Oh, that number's out there. McGovern, well done. Quick hands to Hollands. Hacks one forward, out into space. This could work for Macca, but he brings it over. Now we'll take the forward 50 stoppage. Cheers for subscribing, Buffalo, mate. 2 games in a row to open the season with turnovers galore from 4 of my top 6 sides too. Yeah, no, it's looking definitely scrappy now. The pressure's definitely lifted. 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐴 wants to take that one over the line. Brisbane a miss after the siren to lose the game, says Wilkes. No, interesting. Brisbane have won 52 of their last 60 games at the Gabba. Last time they lost was a horror show against Melbourne at the last round of 2022. They rarely lose at home, but Carlton... I mean, how about this second half from them? It's been sensational as Rayner whacks one forward, just out in the space. Playing quite a high line here, the Blues. Oh, the bounce does not favour Boyd there at all, but he wants to take it on. Oh, but has he done too much? High contact. Oh, wow. He's lost his bearings a bit there, Boyd. And it was there. 𝐼𝐞𝐿 now goes deep. Who can they find? Macca almost. Good spoil there from Harris Andrews. Poor hand pass. That falls in Cherries' lap. Goes to a 1-on-1. Charlie Kane Horn Gardner. Ball hits the deck. Good pressure there applied. Who's it? That's 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐴 𝐷. Takes the game on. Look at that. Beautiful burst of acceleration. Geez, go all the way, son. Who do you think you are? Nick Blakey. It's a late tackle. Advantage paid. Beautiful transition. How about that from 𝐷 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐴? Loves to take the game on. Under 4 minutes to play. A tick under 4 minutes left in this game. Corridor kick is the option here for Brisbane. 𝐓𝐴 marks in midfield. And it's the short 45 out across. Lions. Kai Lohman. Crowd starting to make some noise as Lohman will just want to punch it long. Can they find a mark here? Deep in the pocket. Rayner almost. Hipwood a chance now. On his non-preferred side, another great smother. Good there from Charlie Cameron to keep that ball in play. And geez, he really clobbered McGovern there. I think he's winded. Let's see this again. Oh, bang. You know what? I think that's just a tough hip and shoulder. I mean, he didn't go at the ball, so you can argue that case. But at least it isn't like a Webster bump where he got him high. Well done from De Koning. Grabs out of the ruck. He's had some good moments tonight. Fogarty's been good too, but Leicester, good tackle to hold it in their forward half. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go, Abbas, mate. Anyone's game, under a kick. High contact free. Who's that? Is that Fantasia? That's Carroll. McGovern. In midfield. Goes out across. That's good use. He kept on running, but he's really improved in this second half. He goes to the pocket. Just over the top for Mackay. And there we go. That's good for the Blues. They hold it in. They're forward 50. 2 minutes 37 to play. 5-point margin.
9 in a row they have lost at this venue. Carlton against Brisbane.
9 in a row. How about that? They've lost at this venue, Carlton. Can they change it tonight? 2:35 to play. 4:50 stoppage. Again, De Koning out of the ruck. He fumbles, though. Big ball to be won here. Tapped. Ball in dispute. Who wins it? 𝐼𝐴, good attack. He gains a little kick forward. Smother from Cherra. He wants to keep it in. He gets the hands in. Ball to Hollins. Needs to get it inside 50. Good smother again. Geez, that's huge there from Jasper Fletcher. Whacks a kick forward. Who can mark this? Huge from Mitch McGovern. Takes an important mark on centre wing. He wants to go corridor. He wants to switch up the play. Out across to his fellow backman of Nick Newman, the former Swan. I always love saying that. He wants to go deep. Can they find a Mackay or Curnow moment here? Hey, yes, they can, Harry Mackay. Can he kick the goal to put the Blues in front? What a moment this is. Wow. Well, there we go. It's been Mackay galore for contested marks this second half. He takes another. Can he be the hero? With 90 seconds going in there. Oh, there's the fist pump there from 𝐼𝐴. He's up and about. Needs to kick it. This will do him hugely for his confidence, Harry Mackay. Kicks the goal. That is huge, Harry Mackay. Get around him. That's sensational. Puts the Blues in front. 1 point game. 1 minute 11 to go. Huge stuff from the Big H. 3 goals won tonight. Oh, he's been massive. This is if the Blues wanted to win tonight, needed more from Mackay, and he's delivered sensationally well. The split between Kerr and Mackay has been great. Well, here we go. Can the Blues pick up one of the big upsets in quite some time? Let's be honest. And how about this for a turnaround? A minute 11 to play. 13 goals, 86. 12 goals, 13, 85. Oh, great mark from Big H. Well, here we go. Brisbane need a go. Carlton need to hold on. Here we go. Back in the middle. Who can get this centre clearance? They need to get it forward. Here, Brisbane. Good tackle there from 𝐓𝐴. A minute 05 to go.
Curnow and 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐴 going behind the ball. Going with him.
7 league changes from the last 7 goals. The Blues have got their nose in front.
Oh, holding free going 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴's way. Wants to pump it in long here. Here's the chance. Can they find a mark? Who's up? Oh, who was that? That was an almost mark. Oh, who almost marked that? Was that Jack Payne? Wow, almost. 47 seconds to play. Ball camped in the Brisbane's forward 50 here. Can they get a goal? They've got the goal. They've got the goalkeeper there, so they can't really soccer it through. McGovern slaps out into space. Cameron now just instantly tackled from Cunningham. Neil, that ball's over the boundary. 31 seconds.
30 seconds for Brisbane to manufacture a score.
Chance for a draw too. Chance for a draw.
Brisbane and Carlton. McInerney
Tap from the big O. Ball trickles out here for Jasper Fletcher. Great pressure. Fogarty's been brilliant at that all night long. I mean, he's been the unsung hero tonight, Lachie Fogarty. Pressure has been elite around the footy. Really all game long from him. Another stoppage. 21 seconds to go. Can Carlton hang on or can Brisbane manufacture a score? The big O. Fumbles galore. Ball in dispute. Akers whacks it out of there. Oh, the bounce will favour. The bounce will favour. I think the Blues are going to do it. Oh my goodness. Well, what a start to the season this is. Oh, the Blues fans are up to bed. Have a look at them with the hats and everything. I have to buy one of those hats. So here we go. Time's run out, I think. Yep, it's over. Game's over. Brisbane's lost. Unbelievable. The Blues, with no Wiedering, no Walsh, no Motlop, have come to Brisbane and have gotten revenge for the prelim final replay. What a game of football. Well, right off the bat, massive, massive respect to Carlton. Put my hands up. I thought Brisbane would win comfortably, and we saw throughout the first half, it was looking like, the expected. But wow. I mean, we should say what a game to kick off the season, because, last night was a bit of a write-off. But wow, what a win. That's sensational from Carlton. I mean, they just turned the game on its head. They turned the game on its head. They got on top around the footy. The pressure, they really brought intensity around the footy. Oh, jeez. I tell you what, Pommy and Terry tonight, they're going to be up and about on the fan cams. Oh, what a win. They took the corridor more on, but I tell you what, where they also were able to really gain a lot of scores. Those contested marks inside 50, Mackay, huge. There was so many to like for Carlton tonight. And yeah, I hate to see that for Kitty Coleman though. On the crutches, he's going to be a big loss. 46 points down. That is an insane comeback from Carlton. Massive credit to him. That's a sensational win. Well, what's that for tips now? I think yeah, one correct, one incorrect. But yeah, that's a great win for the Blues. Huge stuff against the grain, and that's a brilliant win. Wow. I'm a bit speechless, to be honest. I mean, just like, wow, I think, Carlton for sure, top 4 contenders, and, usually last year, you just think they were big down and out, but seeing them win that game, turn the game on its head, they took the game on more often, and they just made Brisbane panic too. Their forward half pressure was elite. Like, so good, and yeah, it's great to see for Mackay too, slotting that goal. Like, he's had issues and everything, but that will definitely help his confidence. So that's huge. That's a great way for him to start the year. Well, let's have a look at these stats, shall we? Individual team stats. George Hewitt. I mean, collectively as a midfield, Carlton were terrific tonight. I think together as a midfield group, they were able to turn the game around and win a lot of those stoppages, get it forward. 26 to 21 stoppage clearances their way. Hewitt was very good tonight. Very, very good. I mean, when he was a recruit in 2022, a new recruit, he had a great first half here. He reminded me a bit of that. Racked up the footy. 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐿, classy tonight. Paddy Cripps was huge. Got the captain's goal as well. 𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐿 22. 𝗍𝐼𝐶𝐰 𝐷𝐿𝐼 gave his all with 21. Dunkley felt like he faded a little bit. I mean, his first half pressure was great. He just couldn't get enough of his own footy. 𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐿 25 touches. But yeah, that's in the end, it is a bit of a choke from Brisbane. They had the chances to win the game, but a lot of costly misses. Just the Blues are way more efficient. And it's an odd one to look at for Carlton because they still had a lot of the bombing it in long inside 50 entries. They didn't really have necessarily the lower the eyes entries like we all felt they needed to do to get back in the game. They just kept on trusting Curnow Mackay at the back, and they got more ground level winners in their forward half. Like, that's what really helped them. I mean, as I said earlier, 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐿 𝐷𝐿𝐼. I mean, he applied 9 tackles. Unsung hero tonight. 13 disposals, a goal. He was huge. I mean, even when the Blues were playing shite, just his pressure he was applying was great. He was working high up the ground. He was one of my favourites tonight. Yeah, that's a great win. Great way to start the season for the Blues. They start off 1-0. And I hold up my hands up. Got it totally wrong. I mean, wow. Was not expecting a sort of result like that. It's my first Royals Market stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, no, cheers for tuning in, lads. Purple, sorry. Yeah. No, it was a crazy finish. Hopefully you did enjoy the stream, lads. Yeah, no, crazy finish. Yeah, it was really, really good. And yeah, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, sensational win for Carlton. Plus, this is the thing, I still felt like Brisbane had enough to win the game for sure. Plus 13 inside 50s. But just their edge of being able to move the footy end to end, break free from congestion, was totally shut. They closed the gaps really well. They plugged in the holes, Carlton, with their pressure. And yeah, just the midfield work was terrific. So it was a sensational win for Carlton. I mean, top 4 chances, definitely the case this year. They will certainly be around the mark. So for them to win that gives them so much confidence for sure. So they head in next week, play the Tigers. Brisbane, first loss in quite a while. Yeah, last time I lost round 23, 2022. So it's been a while, but there you go. An unexpected defeat from Brisbane's perspective. Hopefully, yeah, 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐿 𝐷𝐿𝐼's all okay. But yeah, they'll be licking their wounds for sure, Brisbane, with that defeat. They lost all their composure when moving the footy. They really fell into the trap of just Carlton's elite pressure around the footy and intensity. And this is what I said in the tipping video. I think Carlton, if they wanted to win this game, they just have to bring their really good stoppage work and intensity around the footy. They did that well. Did that very well. So yeah, I might as well wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. What a win. Any Blues fans in the chat? Well, you're probably in Blue or Broad stream for sure. But yeah, no, get around it. What a sensational win for your boys tonight. Poor egg footy, though. Poor egg footy. He's probably feeling it a bit tonight. It's going to be a bit of a sad walk home for sure. But yeah, nah, Brisbane pretty ineffective on their end. But yeah, that could be the blueprint to beating Brisbane. Just bring that havoc of forward half pressure. When they started to, yeah, they were very scrappy in that second half, turned it over quite a bit. Elite win from the Blues. That's sensational. Very, very good. And if there was, you know, I had a bit of my doubts heading into this year for Carlton. Certainly not with, you know, how they played necessarily. I think when they play their best, they're a top 4 worthy side. But it's just the consistency. That's the big thing for Carlton this year. But if they can play games like that, I mean, you're never going to win convincingly and, you know, in style against the Brisbane Lions side at home. But the resilience, you wouldn't see that much last year. That was, I mean, to be fair, you saw in the semi-final, but like literally that first half was absolutely diabolical for them. So for them to come back for that is going to be huge for the playing group. So yeah, sensational win. So yeah, going to be plenty of hype tonight. Yep, flaggers for sure. But yeah, great game. Not a bad opening round so far. So stay tuned on the channel over on tomorrow. Going to be doing the double header of GWS, the Pies tomorrow night, and then the first game up, Gold Coast and Richmond. So yeah, what a way to kick off the season, eh? Brisbane going down. Who'd have thunk it, to the Blues by 1 point. Great way to kick off the year. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And yeah, feel free to stay tuned on if you want to come by and say hi tomorrow night. But yeah, great game of footy. Blues get it done. And yeah, enjoy your Friday night, fellas. Catch you later.